So, when we last left off, Flint had been sold out by his old pal Thok, and the Dawnbringers cornered the party at the Smelted Mug. Aesop had dimension doored Flint out, and the rest of the party pushed through the front doors and managed to escape without any casualties. The party found respite at the Source Institute, sleeping on the campus grounds while waiting to meet Arcana the next day. And after a long rest, Arcana had projected the party to the astral plane with an extended 2-hour timer, which would present you more opportunity to discover the cause of the missing stars and the storms over Ventus, with time enough for at least one short rest. But of course, opening yourself up to more danger as well. So once you were projected, you met a friendly star kitty named Astriel, who was the familiar of a individual named Sundance, who you've not met yet. Manta rays carry most of the party towards Sundance so that they can learn more about the astral plane, while Mouse was ferried away to meet with her mentor Olive, or at least a future ascended version of her. Olive explained a little bit about the timey-wimey nature of the stars and the Watchers, and Mouse began her training. Is there anything I missed there? I feel like it's been a while.
I think that's what I remember.
Cool. Going back briefly to Mouse, you're sort of in these moments of starting to, after you sort of had a introductory session with Olive and sort of understood who she was now and why she's here, she started to sort of, over the course of 10 or 15 minutes has started to really try to train you, not to force you to become a Watcher in the future. That choice is, of course, your own. She explains that versions of yourself have become Watchers, and this is still probably a confusing concept to you. And she ultimately, throughout this training, she's sort of suggesting that she trusts you and the decisions that you may choose to make in the future. But as she sort of senses some of the confusion across your face about all of this, she sort of speaks up and says, "Our people have called the stars, quote unquote, Watchers for a long time, but it's not entirely accurate. Mortals, in fact, are the ones who watch the stars. And those who watch them keenly enough can track their movements and not just know where they are, but where they have been and where they will be. In my best days in Sparrowden, I could tell you what the night sky looked like. The night when your great-great-grandfather was born, I could tell you what the night sky looked like. And when your airship took flight, I could do the same. To learn of the stars is to know what is and what will be. The stars are predictable. The world turns and they move in the sky. If you know where they've been and where they'll move, you can move with them. You've learned to throw your voice across the stars in the dimensions that you know, but with enough cunning, you can leverage the stars to throw much more, and not just through space, but through time as well." She sort of pauses, see if any of that makes sense.
Mouse is nodding.
It will come with time and experience. I will say, as you master your ability to monitor the stars, you might find yourself able to do more impressive and powerful things. When I achieved mastery of my teachings and experience, I had found a way to cast my spirit across the stars as my mentor had. She sort of looks a little sad at you for a moment and says, "This hasn't happened yet, but soon in your world, my form will die. And in the time that I come from, you had come back to Sparrowden to remind me who I was and what I was capable of after my meeting with Arcana. And it was with my last breath that I was able to cast my spirit across the stars with that memory. This is my role here now is something I'm quite proud to be a part of, and someday you may choose to make that choice for yourself as well."
So when we leave here, I need to find you on the plane we came from and help you cast your spirit here?
I think this choice is ultimately up to you. But
Well, no, of course I want to help you get here.
She smiles. I'm glad to hear that.
I'm just not sure that I have the knowledge. I want to make sure I do it right.
It is not for me to tell you how to be yourself. When you visited, you reminded me of how important it was to be myself. And that is what helped me to remember and helped me to move forward.
I'll certainly do what I can. It saddens me that your days on our plane are numbered, but it brings great comfort knowing that you're here now and that the Watchers weren't just something that we talked about, that all of this is real and here.
It was sad to leave, but knowing what I know now, I'm grateful to meet you again here, and I will be grateful to see you again in the future should you choose to become a Watcher yourself someday. But that choice is yours.
From what I've seen, I'd certainly like to try.
Well, she sort of goes over a little bit more, taking a break from sort of this conversation and tries to talk about, how the astral plane is sort of the joined sky of many other planes. She starts to get into a little bit, but at some point you actually see her eyes flash, and she says, she sort of, as they flash, they dim once again to their normal yellow brightness, and she looks to you and says, "I think your friends need you. Your training will continue as you gain more experience, but I will be here for you, and I will be there for you once you return home as well. I may be hiding my weakest moments from you and shy in my health, but when we see each other, I will be glad to see you."
Well, I hope to see you both there and here soon.
Any do you have any questions that you would want answered, like throughout the training that you had? Any, like, obviously there's so much, but I think she would have spent the time, like at least 20 minutes with you going over things, and if there's anything specifically you would ask, let me know.
The one thing I have in my notes is that as bad people die, they are reborn here worse. And what does that mean for us as we are trying to fight evil on our plane? Is killing bad people bad?
She would in character, she'll sort of say, fighting to protect your people and your friends and your companions and civilization is a noble thing. The spirit comes here when somebody passes, and if they have unfinished business, then it is a watcher's duty to help set them at ease. What happens back home is not objectively good or bad. You must do what you need to do, and it is the watchers who will take the torch from there. We have our own responsibility.
Yeah, I think All In Mouse is just taking it all in as new information with curiosity and a little bit of like overwhelm of this is a whole thing that I didn't know the extent of, but I'm happy for any of the information she gains. Happy to see Olive again, but no other specific questions.
Okay. She sort of like says, I will see you soon, and please tell Sundance when you see him that this will not make sense, but it is urgent. Please tell him that Fimbratos, the Soul Seeker, hunts Mother. I'll put that in Discord just because spelling and stuff. With that, without any opportunity for you to ask questions about who does that mean, your manta ray just starts sailing faster than before, sort of powered by something she has said, in a direction that you know will sort of intersect with the party soon. Speaking of the party, you are all flying on manta rays to an unknown destination. You have you're kind of on autopilot right now, but you have time to talk if you would like.
Is the Star Kitty with us?
No, Astriel had gone to deliver Mouse at some point.
That's right. Okay. So it's just us on the
Yes.
manta ray looking things. I'll just kind of stare off all around us as we're flying in the universe, the astral plane, trying to take it all in because I don't know when I'll be back here.
I think just as you're doing a 360, you make eyes with Neptus, who is also on a manta ray, and sort of is staring at you and says, I am reborn in the strangest of places, but it is good to finally meet you, Father.
Father? Okay. Never pictured myself as a dad before, but okay, I can make it work. Yeah, I'm a little young, but yeah, it's fine.
Is this not appropriate to call you? You have brought me new life.
if you're comfortable with it, I'm comfortable with it. It is okay by me.
Sort of like nods. There's, I mean, and I think most, to be clear, this is all happening in the sound of crashing waves and sort of like various sort of like whirlpool liquid sounds. And I think like Drada would be the only person to understand it as somebody who speaks Primordial. But I think Flint and Aesop, you're just sort of hearing, you hear, what does that sound like for Aesop to be speaking? Is that like...
Do you want me to recreate
no, you
the
don't
sounds?
have to recreate no, unless you really want to, but is it like...
Fine.
Like, I guess I would ask, is it something, do you feel like it's something that is sort of coming from you magically, or is it something that's that you're doing with your vocal cords, you know?
I imagine that it's a little bit of both. So even I grew up with this language. I studied it at the university that I went to, but to make it, I imagine that Aesop would use that magic that he has, like, imbued within him to just make it that much better. Because, you know, it's not my first language, so of course there's going to be errors, so I'm just trying to use magic to help myself out. So, mainly through being taught, I think.
Neptus looks at you and just sort of says, "May I ask where are we?"
Yes. So, kind of strange, but you know, we go to really fun places. I know, super crazy. We're in the astral plane of existence. Is that okay? Like, are you comfortable with that? I could put you back into the rock if you need.
I will follow you wherever.
Have you been here before? Out of curiosity.
Sort of looks at you like you get a head tilt. It doesn't know how to answer.
Fair. Enjoy the view. We're not going to be here for much longer, I don't think.
I will. Please tell your friends that I am grateful for their having saved me as well.
You guys, he's really grateful that we're, like, keeping him safe.
Does Neptus know anything about, like, the planes? Like, I'm still trying to wrestle with this idea that Ventus is not the material plane and is apparently the plane of air.
Oh, duh! I should ask him that. Jeez, thank you, Flint. Okay, I'm gonna ask him right now. Hey, Neptus. So, one kind of big thing that like threw us completely off recently, whether or not you heard it, was that Ventus is in the plane of air. We thought we were in the material plane, but Ventus is in the plane of air. Did you know? You knew that, right?
-3, but it rolls high. Neptus sort of responds and says, "I have a loose memory of this being true. My rebirth has not developed fully, and I am not aware of most things until I am more myself. But I do know the name Ventus, and I do remember it being in the plane of air."
Okay. Well, appreciate the answer. Flint, he said he had no idea.
I'm just trying to figure out what it means. And, like, should we be trying to find a way to the material plane? Or not? Like, would it be better than Ventus? Like,
I mean,
So-
I guess... Go ahead.
Please, really trying to figure this out.
I guess that would make sense that there would be like a huge giant sky dragon, right? In the plane of air. I think it gives me more of a sense to not like capture it because it's in his home and like we're like infringing on its home.
I guess, and maybe this is a DM question. Like, learning that like Ventus is, you know, the plane of air and whatever. Like, does that just like feel right? Like I feel like we are all, in theory, creatures that would normally reside in the material plane, and I'm trying to figure out like how much does Ventus and like the ideas about Ventus feel natural versus feel like foreign. Like if you or I were suddenly in a place where you're on a floating island, that would just make no sense.
Yeah. Just give me Arcana if you would like.
Sure.
And if somebody wants that is a proficient in Arcana wants to help. I don't know, Aesop, if that would be you.
Am I? I am double proficient in Arcana.
Wait,
The
who
plus-
has the higher roll? Oh, you have the same. If you could both roll if you'd like.
Fair.
I have a +9.
I would say, Flint, I think you're like on the brink of trying to understand. Like you're asking the right questions, but I think as you're vocalizing it, it's Aesop that sort of picks up on it a little bit. Although neither of you are necessarily planar experts, what I would say is you think the most sensible explanation is that the winds, which is like the sea of clouds below Ventus, that is sort of like a gas giant that Ventus is floating on, and that within the winds is the actual plane of air. Like you're sort of there was a moment earlier in the campaign where I think Mouse turned into a manta ray or a hawk or something and started to fly beneath the clouds, and I'd once described it, there's like a pressure change, and I think like in reconciling some of this information you get the sense that like there's a barrier that once it's breached, once you go far enough beneath the clouds, then you are truly in the plane of air. But that in this sort of moment, you're sort of you're imagining that while Ventus would still maintain an identity as being part of the plane of air, sort of, but it's sort of like like a suburb, you know. It's on the fringes of what that is. It's not literally in it. Okay. Does that make it a material plane? You don't think so. You think it still is actually part of an elemental plane.
I relay.
Yeah. As you're pondering all this, you suddenly see Astriel pop up alongside Drauda, and sort of very quickly, I can't get the portrait to come up. Astriel very quickly comes up and says, loud enough for you all to hear in Drauda's ears, your future self is needed. And it, sort of in this moment, you see Drauda start to turn a little bit incorporeal, similar to Astriel herself. And Drauda, you start to see like an older version of Drauda materialize, and suddenly, like I would say a more serious demeanor shows up on their face as they turn to fly away.
But Drauda,
Astriel sort of looks at you all and says, he'll be back, don't worry. Just needed for something.
Where are we going?
Well, Sundance needs you, but somebody else needs Drauda. Bye.
So,
You're cute.
I think Flint thinks just a little too hard about the nature of time and is very confused.
I think Flint had to think about the nature of time. I just don't know what's going on. I thought we had a time limit. People are disappearing. People are turning old. You guys are talking about different planes, even though last time I checked, I'm made out of material, so I'm really confused about what is going on.
Well, we could be material, but in the plane of air, or on technically like around the plane of air. We're not in it because I think we would just kind of like all perish if we were actually in it. But somehow, some way, the part we don't know is where the islands that we are currently living on when we get back to Ventus came from.
Okay, so we'll come back to that. But do we want to try and grab Drada? Like,
They're currently like 200
yeah, I know they're speeding
on
away,
the Ray. Yeah.
Time
I'm
is
not trying to
weird.
mess with time.
Time is very weird.
The manta rays are also not controllable at the moment. You are a passenger.
So does this mean like
Yeah, you try to nudge it in a direction, and they're sort of like in a somewhat what was initially like a flying V formation with all of you sort of repositions itself into this diamond shape, as if they understand that one of the flight of manta rays has been lost.
do you guys think that someday this means that we'll have two Dradas? Like, did we need a duplicate in the future? Or why? Like, Flint just goes down a weird rabbit hole trying to think way too hard about this. And none of it makes sense.
My biggest concern, above just not understanding anything's going on, we started at 6, then we went to 5, and then we're down to 4. What's going to happen next? Because I don't know how to find people. I don't know how to get back to people. Like, what do we do?
Roll a perception check, if you don't mind. Actually, let me do the thing, because I always forget I have this fancy
For all of us?
button. Everybody except for... How do I get rid of mouse on this thing? Hold on. I'm going to prompt it, so don't...
Oh, good.
I'm relearning how to use Foundry. Okay, mouse, you're just going to roll this too. I couldn't take you off.
This will be my nat 20.
Yes.
Yes. Oof.
And it is with advantage because it's sight-based.
Oh, not for me or for me?
No, just for mouse's
Yeah.
magic item.
I don't know why mine rolled twice, it looked like. Unless somebody has the same dice as I do.
Maybe, but you're good.
Okay.
I think there were similar dice.
It's sort of like as Clack says, like, what's next? Flint, you sort of see on the horizon. I say quote unquote horizon because there's really no land versus sky in this mass of stars, but you do find that you are coming up to several bright stars in the distance, similar to what you saw when you first spotted Astriel. And you also hear sort of a faint crack of lightning and a roar.
Uh-oh.
I think that's probably next.
Oh, God.
Now what?
Oh,
It'll
we
be
did
fine. In like 2 hours, we all just go back to.
Aren't you the one who just said time's kind of funny here?
Hey, well, yeah. It'll be fine.
Enjoy the space we're in, Plax.
Yeah. Let's see what this thunder and whatever else is going to happen. Clax goes and just not knowing what to do, gets ready for a fight if need be.
Alrighty. Anybody else do anything as you're coming across? Like you sort of have a round to do anything that you think you might need to do.
I think I'm good because I'm on a imagery.
I
And as a reminder, everybody's movement speed is currently 90, so long as you are on these manta rays.
don't remember if I have summoned my cannon today already. I think I have.
You have a force ballista right now.
Oh, I do? Okay.
Yes.
Then, nope.
Well, as you get closer to this, you start to see that there are radiant bolts shooting from these 3 sort of stars that seem to take on more humanoid shapes as you get a little closer, although you're not close enough to have sort of any defining features. And you see that they are sort of unloading into these 2 kind of flying snakes that are huge and seem to be assailing them. And so we will go ahead and bring folks into initiative. Mouse, you will be joining this in the second round as a FYI.
Yeah, we need to roll.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Neptus rolling high.
There we are. Sorry.
Would it be possible to put me on the map so I can open my character sheet?
Yes,
Thank
you are
you.
now on the map. I'll add you to initiative now, and then you will just miss your first turn.
I think I only rolled it once, but it rolled twice again. So I'm just not sure what's.
I do see that.
I'll keep an eye on
You
it.
want to go ahead and maybe when you have a moment refresh in case it's something
Will do.
happening.
Refreshing now.
As the combat starts, you see Neptus is up first, but you all see these giant snakes come into view as they are assaulting these stars. As you get a little closer, you start to notice that these stars are taking on halfling shapes, similar to Mouse, although there are sort of no color whatsoever to them. One of them sort of turns towards you all, the sort of one that is one of the ones that is more close to you, and says, "You are most welcome to join this fight. Please assist us." And just sort of, she turns to fire another radiant bolt at this. But Neptus is first.
Okay. Crap. How do I get to his stuff?
If you click Neptus, then double click to open the full character sheet, or just if you select Neptus, you should get the menu.
Oh yes. Where is he? There we go. Okay. He has 90 feet of movement. So I'm gonna yell at him, "Go help the guy who's getting attacked by the snake!" So he's gonna use his movement to get up. That's 80 feet of movement. And he's gonna make a slam attack. That makes sense. Whatever spells. Not useful. Slam attack.
Okay. Slamming into this like giant snake thing, you sort of observe initially that this thing has already been injured. In fact, it seems like this fight has been going on for some time, and it sort of reels back, seeming sort of taking damage otherwise normally, but sort of reels back at the surprise of creatures coming at it from its side, as it lets out a howl that crackles with lightning energy.
And that's his turn, because I don't really know if he has a bonus.
I don't believe he does yet. He has 2 spells that I would just sort of look at if you're unfamiliar, but
Yeah, and a reaction, which
Yes.
is so.
Okay.
Yep. So Neptus is done.
alrighty. This one, the one that Neptus hit seems to be the most injured of the 2. Just let it be known. This one whose turn it is now, sort of turns to acknowledge the new party members arriving, but initially goes to come down on these initial figures. You see as it sort of rears up its head, it is going to unleash a lightning breath on these 2 individuals.
Holy shit.
This one person did not make that save, so I'm going to roll that.
Well, D10. Wow.
LD10's a lot of dice.
That's a lot.
But you can save for half.
Right.
So they will both take 24 damage. As you see that their forms sort of like the way that they express pain, these sort of spirits or sort of star spirits that you've never met before, they sort of they don't really grunt or anything like that, but they just sort of start to diminish a little bit. It doesn't seem to harm their spirit or their being. They just are starting to fade as this lightning rips through them. Another one comes up. This is you look at the individual who is in the front. They have a sort of like radiant longsword as they face down this snake who is at the front, and they look towards you and say, friends, it's been some time. Have not seen you. I hope your friend will be joining us soon. Mouse, I believe. But for now, we fight. And there's sort of like a swashbuckler energy of like excitement in this individual as they slash into this guy. Or into this snake. And his sword sort of rings with radiant energy as he ends his turn. Aesop.
Whew. Okay. We're gonna move. Ruler. And we are going to use. I'm making sure that this can actually hit. Yeah, it should. Alright, I'm gonna cast Psychic Lance at the one who's already been hit.
Okay.
Ooh, not a lot of damage.
But it does fail its save.
Amazing. On a failed save, the target takes 76. Yeah, that was not a great roll for 76. And is incapacitated until the start of my next turn.
Yikes, that sucks for it. You throw your Psychic Lance into it, and it sort of, I think like in this anti-gravity sort of space, you sort of see as it starts to just coil in on itself, floating in space.
And then I'm going to use Bardic Inspiration on Flint. So you have a D10.
Woo!
And that's my turn.
You just gave it to the Bahir, so I'm going to I'm going to refund that for you if you just want to recast it on Flint.
Yeah, maybe because I have it selected. How strange.
Yeah, just mouse over Flint and do T, and that will target Flint.
I see. All right. Did I?
It's a really
I'm
cool
too
animation, though.
I'm too far away. Interesting.
You
So
might have a little bit of movement left if you want to.
I do. I moved 70, so I'm going to move another 10. Okay, I'll move another 15. Jeez Louise. All right, you should have it. T
right.
for targeting.
Yep. easy to memorize. Flint, it is now your turn.
I'm gonna go ahead and I think fly over to Clax, say, "Go get him!" And cast. How do I get to like a second bar of spells or something? I'm going to cast haste, but I can only see my first and second level spell.
They're like bookmarks with second, third, fourth, and fifth to open those menus.
Ah, here it is. Oh. Cast, consume slot, yes. And then I'm gonna move up here-ish, about 70 or something, and I'll use my bonus action with the cannon to shoot this dragon. I just need to remember. Oh,
So if you select your Eldritch Cannon, it has the Force Blast to move.
So when I click the cannon right now, it like briefly brings the thing up on screen and then immediately minimizes it.
I know what's happening. Do it again. It's because I attached it to you.
Now it seems to still. Let me try and refresh, I guess.
Oh,
But
sorry, I was trying to be clever.
that's fine. I do want it to be attached to me.
Yes, it should work now. Sorry, I just hit the wrong button. You can, yeah. I can't attach it to you and make it selectable apparently. So you'll just have to manually float it with you.
Fair. Well, it's going to. Force ballista on that thing.
And I think you can push it back 5 feet as you do so, and it gets thrown just outside, like still in the halfling's range, but sort of away from Neptus's range in this moment. Does not trigger a attack of opportunity, but
yeah.
It's sort of as it is incapacitated, it sort of just like starts to, I would say it's almost like it's floating in that direction now, and would keep going if it remained incapacitated.
Fair.
Is that your turn?
Yep, that's my turn.
Okay. This other one who has been sort of upfront and blasted by the Bahir is going to go ahead and try to move away. Okay, the attack of opportunity did not immediately trigger, but we're going to just do that as the Bahir tries to constrict it. Even as it has an incorporeal form, it does get grappled by this as it tries to run away, and still showing no verbal sign of pain. You start to see that the starry form of this figure starts to wink out of existence as it's going to do its best to just make ranged attacks at melee. And she sort of, do I have her portrait thing up? Sorry, I opened up all these things. She just sort of screams, "It has me!" As the other archer turns and tries to shoot it to get it off. Unfortunately, with no effect. And Mouse, it's sort of like in this turn that you are coming up. I'll say that this is sort of a turn where you spend your action to dash to even get anywhere close to this, but you still have your bonus action if there's anything you want to do immediately. And you can be a little closer if you need range on something.
What is the range on my archer? I don't know where to find that. I mean, I will go ahead and enter my archer form.
Okay, and you feel free to move yourself close enough to shoot with it this turn. It's sort of like this is you're spending so much time getting here, but I don't want you to not have a turn. Or just take the shot from there.
Sorry, I'm refiguring out how to find things. I entered archer form, but I don't.
It's under
luminous arrow.
Bonus act. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. If I move just a tiny bit forward, I can't shoot at it. Oh, I might have shot myself.
Well, you rolled a 2 anyway, so we're gonna.
Well, I looked really cool.
Yes.
And I will shout at everybody, "Hey guys, I'm here!"
The individual who is sort of face to face with the Bahir far away sort of looks back and says, "I see you finally made it. It's very good to see you again. You've never seen this person in your life."
Mouse, where'd you go?
Talk later. I have news.
Right.
On this Bahir's turn, it is incapacitated, but it is still going to roll to see if it gets its lightning breath back for a future round. And it does. So let that be known. Klax, you are hasted. Now I will say the movement speed is not necessarily accurate because you're riding a very fast animal, and that's why you're fast, but you still have like your double action.
That was going to be one of my questions. If I remember correctly, it's 90 on this, but we were 45 or 60 with being in this space, because I thought we were a little faster.
That's right. You were 60. So technically, if you hop off this, you can be 120.
Oh, Klax is literally just planting his feet in the middle of the back of this thing and just launching towards the Bahir that was incapacitated. And because it's 88 feet away, and so we're gonna.
I have detached you from this manta ray.
Thank you very much. So whee, fly on up, and I am going to unload on this guy. It's just for whatever reason my little bar disappeared again. But I can do it for my character sheet. It's fine. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm definitely going to strike at this thing. Oh, must target it. T. Boom. And we're going to go here. Take my first swing. Back over to Jet. 23, I'm not going to use precision attack. And then, horrible damage. Okay. My second attack of my first action.
And actually, go ahead and I think incapacitated. These attacks should be at advantage.
Ooh,
I believe.
then
So just roll a d20, and we'll see if that would have crit.
I was gonna say, can't I just do it here on the thing? Guess not. Okay.
Yeah, I changed that because of
Okay.
things.
Gotcha. Roll 20. Roll.
Okay,
Nope.
So no crit,
Okay.
but future attacks on this guy will crit or
Gotcha.
will advantage.
All right. So then we're gonna do the same thing with my second attack of my first action. 26 should hit. I'm not going to waste it. Oh, I forgot to do it as advantage,
fine.
but.
You cleave this thing as you did 1 damage over its max hit points, as you describe how you sever a star snake.
So the way I envision it is just coming in at Mach 9, flying through the sky. It's 2 slashes. He hits like halfway through the body with the axe, and then as he kind of recoils, comes right back through and just takes the head right off of it as he's coming through. And then it's kind of a tumble because he knows he still has movement left, and he's going to try and sprint over to the other one. I don't think I'm going to make it, but I'm going to try.
You do like it is incapacitated, so it can't really speak. But I would say like it is looking at you closely as its head as you were dealing the final blow. Give me a intelligence, or give me an insight check.
Insights, okay. Insight. There we are.
Okay.
Nope.
Right now, given that it's incapacitated, there's not much you can read from that.
And then with my remaining movement, yep, it's not gonna get me there, but I can get to about there. I'm going to just make a beeline over here, and then just give me 2 seconds because I thought I'd need to do a little bit more.
I think you can throw your hand axes with your second hasted action.
Correct. I was just seeing if I had anything a little bit more punchy punch, because I think it's out of range of my breath weapon too. Yeah, 40 feet. Yeah, definitely out of range for that. So yep. So we'll just go ahead and 20, 60 feet. So it's going to be disadvantaged. But yeah, we'll go ahead and launch a hand axe. I don't know why 2 die went there.
Because it was disadvantage, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, because over range. Yep. 11. I am. Yeah, we'll go ahead and burn a point for precision attack. See if we get lucky. We do. 19. I think it ends up being.
Yep, that does hit.
All right, and then damage. Oh, there it was. It already had the damage of 8. So.
Yep. And you still have one more attack, I think, because you had 2 attacks that you used, and then you hasted. You get a whole nother action, so that you have another multi attack.
Oh, okay. Can I throw my last hand axe then? I thought it was. I thought it's.
Right. You're right. Yeah.
It's just one weapon attack, right?
Yeah, that would be super. That would be more overpowered.
It's how it works in Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, that's what I was defaulting to. It's been a while. Okay.
That is my turn. Thank you.
Yep, sounds good. Back up to Neptus. This Behir in front of Neptus is just sort of floating in space.
Okay. I have to unmute myself first. I don't think... Yeah, these aren't going to be helpful in any way. So he's just going to slam.
That is a slam, indeed.
I just imagine 2 fistfuls of water just right in the middle of its body.
All right.
Good job, Neptus. You're doing great.
Sort of looks at you and says, "Anything for you."
Okay, well, okay.
Give me an insight check. You're navigating this new relationship.
Ooh, not great. Nope.
Yeah, you don't quite understand where this quite understand where this behavior is stemming from in this moment.
Yeah, never encountered something like this before. So,
this Behir is going to see if it gets its breath weapon back. It does not. Is currently constricting this other figure. And what does that mean? It means that it can attempt to swallow it. So
because of my slam, can Moondrop try to get out of it?
That is not how it works.
Damn it.
Though I appreciate the question. Moondrop is able to... Wait, is that how this works? I thought I missed... Oh, sorry. Okay. So the roll I just made is a saving against stomach acid, but really the attack roll is another bite attack to see if it is swallowed. So we're going to do it the right way. And it is unsuccessful nonetheless. You see sort of this sort of like halfling starry archer is trying to sort of like hold its bow inside of the jaws of this creature and push against it as Sundance, who sort of yells and says, "I will be there momentarily, but first," and you see he comes down upon this Behir, sort of with a coup de grace of sorts, something that you weren't necessarily expecting to need to do, but you sort of see that Sundance is doing due diligence on this for one reason or another. As it starts to sort of hack at it with its radiant sword. As it does so, the radiant energy connects and you start to see the form of this creature dissolve in radiant energy. And he turns to you all and says, I know you're new here. Really gotta kill them with the light if we want to get it done. And then starts to make his way over here. Aesop.
Right. How far away am I? 70 feet, 80 feet. Okay. Let me check spells again. I could. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, sure, why not? I will use my Synaptic Static, my 5th level spell. Might kind of keep it away from poor Moondrop so he's not in it. And they have to make a intelligence saving throw, which they did not make.
Indeed. And
so I want to clarify, sorry, before you continue, they do not have a intelligence score of 2 or lower, correct?
they do not.
Okay.
So yes.
Yes. They have muddled thoughts for a minute. During that time, it rolls a d6 and subtracts the number rolled from all of its attack rolls and abilities checks.
Okay. You start to see, like, as it's sort of wrestling with the halfling Moondrop that it is trying to swallow, that it sort of looks a little dizzy in this moment as well. Is that your turn?
I'm gonna give another bard. Oh, am I even in range? Hold on. Bard tells me no. I'm not. So let me get a little bit closer. And then I'm gonna give a bardic inspiration to Moondrop, because they're in a sticky situation. And that's my turn. You need to get out of there, whoever you are.
Right. She sort of turns, I can't remember which portrait's which, turns to you and says, "I'm trying. Lay off."
Oh. Goddamn. Okay.
Flint.
First I'll move forward a little, but not too much, because lightning breath.
The lightning breath. The lightning breath from these things was pretty short. It was like a 20-foot line ray. Just FYI.
Well, I don't need to be any closer anyway.
Fair.
So I will come to about here, and it's like I don't have any light abilities, but I fire. So I will firebolt. This guy.
You must target. Or there it is.
Yeah. What is use magical inspiration?
You were inspired by Aesop, so you can add to the roll.
You can add to your damage.
So
Can you add it to damage?
His type of bard can do that. Yes. So you can get extra damage.
Well,
Extra damage.
oh well. And then I will bonus action shoot this guy with a force ballista.
Okay, and you push it away again as it gets thrashed around this space. I'm going to allow, sort of as you're pushing it away and Moondrop's fighting away, I'm going to allow Moondrop an extra, I'll just say a strength save of DC 15 to try to escape the grapple. Has Bardic Inspiration and we'll use it. I accidentally rolled too many dice, I think, but it did succeed. With the one of those several rolls I made. As you push it away, the Behir loses its grasp on Moondrop.
Cool. But that's my turn.
as Moondrop sort of wrestles out of it, she will take the disengage action and get away. As the other figure looks at you all and says, "It's weak and open. Take it down." And will lay out another radiant arrow. Misses and then sort of tries to run away. Mouse.
Yes. So hearing translation that we need some radiant, I'm gonna cast a 3rd level guiding bolt. How do I upcast?
When you cast it, it'll have a drop-down menu that will ask you what level to cast at.
Oh, good call.
Oh boy.
That
Absolutely
nat
disgusting.
20. This feels
Holy
appropriate.
That's a lot.
That's awesome.
And I say this not because it's at 2 hit points, but because we talked about last game your star energy being more powerful here. So roll me another d8 and don't roll a 1 and it will die.
Well, I've got my bonus action archer if I need it.
Okay, but nonetheless, your guiding bolt sinks into this, and you see it just sort of disintegrates into stardust. Clax, so I think it's your turn, but you sort of are probably racing towards it as you find yourself with nothing to swing at.
Well, that really sucks. I was really hoping to kill this damn thing, but hey, at least I can go hit something. Is there anything else to hit while I'm still kind of energized? Let's kind of take care of this, because I don't know what else to do right now, because I'm really confused about all this whole thing and different zones and different areas. So what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Flint will look around, and if there's nothing else that looks scary, immediately stop concentrating on the very hyper class.
And he's done.
Yeah, you suddenly lose consciousness for 6 seconds, and this halfling looks at you and says, "Oh, friend, calm down. All is well. You saved the day." As you sort of just like shake off that feeling for a moment.
So, Sundance, I've heard of you, and I think you know who I am, but we haven't actually met yet. But that's how things work now.
That is how it works, and I'm very glad to meet you all. I believe, sort of pointing at each of you and says, Flint, Aesop, Mouse, Clax, I understand that your friend Drada is busy at the moment, but it is so good to see you.
So I just talked to Olive, and she seemed like it was pretty urgent to let you know that Vimbratos the Soul Seeker hunts Mother.
Oh my. Okay. Well, sort of looks at you all and says, "This fight is part 1. How do you feel? Because I feel like we need to go."
I'm actually really tired right now.
Go where?
You give me an insight check. Everybody who wants to.
Sure.
I kind of feel like we should stop asking questions around here.
I think
None
that's
of it makes sense, and that's okay.
You know what? Hell, I've never used this ability. There we go.
If you would like to, Flint, feel free.
Debating if my insight's probably
It's not bad. I think Mouse, you're just lost in that thought of like, things don't make sense here. Let's just trust it. Go with the flow. The rest of you get that in a more literal look on Sundance's face of like, there's no time to explain, and that he's worried about bad things happening if he stays to answer too many questions. But so that's the read you get with your 18s and your 21s. but he does say, listen, I'll be quick. You guys this is your first time here, right?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yes, it'll make sense someday. I'm sorry that it doesn't now. Mother is our home base, and Fimbratos is a very bad person. Wreaked havoc on one of the material planes and was reborn here. And so I'm concerned that our home may be under threat.
Wait, there are multiple material planes?
Flint, I'm done. Let's just go. I'm starting to wake up.
Did you say vibrato?
Fimbratos, he's known as the Soul Seeker. He collects souls, or at least he did in his previous life.
Ooh, lovely.
These days he's a bit more twisted. We've been hunting him for some time.
Did he write a scary book?
No.
All right,
But-
well, let's go.
He looks at his injured party, and so you look at him and you look at these other two who seem to be, you just sort of like getting eyes on them. You sort of get the sense that he is in charge. Sundance is in charge, and they are sort of like bandaging their wounds and letting him do the talking. But not bandaging. There's no bandages in these starry scents, but you see them kind of taking a moment to meditate as they try to reconstitute some of their starlight in a way that you don't necessarily understand. But you look at a group of injured NPCs who are looking to immediately go into combat.
I mean, if we could spend even like a minute, I could probably help some people heal. Do we have time for that?
That is the most time I would spend.
Cool.
Sundance
I'll drop a Aura Vitality.
says. Okay.
And then let whoever needs it. I think I get 10 rounds of 2d6 hit points.
Okay. I think I believe I don't want to expedite because I think some of these NPCs are actually reasonably low. You also see, I think Klax took one hit in the previous fight, not this fight, but is otherwise doing fine. But if you want to sort of throw these heals on your new friends and or top off Klax, you can do that. It's under use feature bonus action, like the purple use feature button next to Luminous Arrow.
Oh, I got you. But I have to find people.
And sort of as Mouse is concentrating on this, Sundance sort of looks at the rest of you and says, well, that buys us one more minute of questions. Anything? Quick?
Multiple material planes, yes or no?
Yep.
Can our
Hi.
future selves come here?
No.
Am I
Watch-
taller?
Sorry, say that again.
Am I taller in the future?
I don't think so.
Why draw to get old?
Future Drata, we needed Future Drata's help on something. In the future, we will give you, we may call on you again. Just let it be known.
Is this like a multiverse thing? Like,
Nope, just one timeline.
so does this guarantee that this means Drata's never gonna die, at least until he's that old?
Not necessarily.
Time is weird.
There's one. Okay, if you see the past and the past becomes alerted, this is something that might make sense to Mouse a little bit because of an ability she just unlocked, but Sundance tries to explain it. If you see into the past and the past detects that it has been seen, then the present will understand that their past self has been seen. That's just, there's sort of whenever there is a anomaly between times, they merge into the present.
I'm gonna, as Sundance is saying this, I'm like slowly making my way towards him. And as I get closer towards him, I'll be like, "Do Jory and I get together?"
He sort of puts a hand on your shoulder, which is just sort of like warm with radiant light, as he smiles and says, "I'll never tell."
No. Okay.
Is that 10, Mouse?
Yes. Sorry, Clax. I thought I had targeted you for the first two, but I think I gave them all to the.
All good.
A minute passes and Sundance sort of looks at you all and says, "All right, that's it for questions. Thank you so much, Mouse. Appreciate it. We'll catch up after all this. You have until I finish my incantation to put any kind of defenses up that will protect you from danger."
Sorry, while Mouse was doing that, I would have gone and grabbed my manta ray as well. And been ready.
Yes.
Technically,
Well, you get the sense you're going to teleport without them.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Yeah, you actually, I think it's like Flint, as you sort of realize you have 6 seconds to prepare, you start to hear incantations similar to a teleport spell from Sundance.
I'll look at Neptus and be like, "You good? Do you need to go back?"
Sort of nods at you.
Okay.
So you have 1 round to buff yourself or do anything that you think you need to do.
Clash, do you want to be fast again?
Sure.
Sure, I'll cast haste on Clash.
Okay. Please do that.
These aren't gonna be invisible creatures, right?
One of the companions sort of says, "We have not ever been able to find Vimbratos. What we expect is unclear."
Hot. Great.
Any other buffs that you choose to cast at this moment?
Did we say that my wild shapes are unlimited use while we're here?
Yes. So yes, refund yourself if you need to.
Oh.
Cool. I'm just gonna
Good
go
for you.
ahead and give us all the invisibility then.
Yeah. You. I think like in this, it's not something you've seen Mouse do before, but this and you're not sure if this is just a consequence of this space, but you start to see, as Mouse's starry form glows, a sort of like shimmering, sort of like pearlescent color, and it starts to take a shine on all of you. This is not something that you've experienced before. In this moment, there's not much change, but I'll say above board, what would be a sea invisibility that only targets yourself normally, you start to see that all of your eyes start to glow, and while there's nothing invisible around you right now, you get the sense that you can see into other dimensions.
Guys, I really like it here.
I mean, you're glowing.
Your
and-
skin looks beautiful.
We never talked about this, but so you have that combat ability, starry form ability, that lets you change forms every round. That's only for the main forms. Like your use of spell casting for these bonus spells is not considered is not considered something that you would like get at the beginning of a turn.
That makes sense.
Which obviously you wouldn't be like mid combat sending at the beginning of your turn, but
10 minutes. Guys, 10-minute break so I can send a message. 5 minutes. However long.
Sundance speaks up again and says, "All right, be ready immediately. Let's go." And you all start to feel yourself be ripped from this area in space as you appear in what almost feels like solid ground at first, although still floating on the stars. Your manta rays are not with you, but as you get 3 seconds of bearings on your surroundings, you realize that you're not just you've lost the manta ray you were on, but you are on something much bigger. And staring down, sort of as you're standing on this sort of gargantuan creature altogether, you see that you are not alone, as there is a figure that is a sort of floating orb with tentacles and eyes coming out of it, that looks at you, and you feel like you've seen this before, or some version of it.
Possibly on the Savannah Island.
Possibly. So we're going to go ahead and roll initiative. You will not have to start in this exact location. I want you to choose. Oops. You're being teleported not like in a sort of funneled formation. Choose somewhere on the sort of like edge of the wings of this giant manta ray that you want to stand on.
I am Oh, there it is now. Okay. So let's do that first. Yep, that's about right for my initiative. And you said just pick where we think we need to be?
Yeah, just somewhere on the wings. Or somewhere on the back of the wings. Not the front of the wings.
The back here.
For some reason
Also, I completely butchered Fimbratos' name originally, and I'm almost like ashamed.
It's okay.
Nope. My notes until he posted in chat were very different, so don't feel bad.
Okay.
Clax, you might need to refresh because I see where you're moving on my screen and it's way off of the wings.
Oh, all right. Because I was very late in seeing the.
Okay.
So let's refresh and we'll see.
Flint, you also do have your cannon attached to you. I just did not bring it over, so just go ahead and give yourself a free cast of that. Bring the Force Ballista back. I'll refund it.
Oh, that is very different. Yes. Okay.
Next to me.
So you guys are all on the right wing? Just confirming.
Yeah, Mouse and Aesop are on the right wing. You and Flint are currently on the left wing.
Aha, there's the button.
And in this particular combat, your cannon can walk on the wing if you want.
Right.
If you need to split it up.
Such a pretty, manta ray creature. I'm curious how you found this.
There's a Patreon, I think it's Devin Knight, is the person who does a lot of these top-down figures, and this is one of them.
Ooh.
Do I need?
Cool.
Oh, good.
Sorry. Please.
They have a lot of art variations for different textures, and so these have all been star textures.
Amazing.
How close to the edge of the wing do I need to be? And Flint, do you think we should divide and conquer, or do you think we should all be on one wing?
I'm trying to stay away from everybody and far away, because if I lose concentration, it's bad.
Understood. Then I will stay over here. Okay.
Okay. Is this final? Everybody's satisfied with your location?
I'm gonna just because Clax, love ya, but we are a little bunched.
Oh, I can move.
No, I'm gonna move. You can keep Neptus. I'm gonna stay with the sprite. Sorry bits.
Well, sorry. It was 60 feet unhindered, right? So I got 120, so I can reach everything. So I'm good wherever you need me to be.
Okay. Well, oops, I forgot to roll for these little things. You see, as you look down at what appears to be a beholder of some kind, there's also these two floating little tadpoles that seem to be on the wings as well. We will go ahead and begin combat. As you all sort of arrive in this space, you are sort of immediately acknowledged by this beholder who sort of looks at you, scanning briefly, and says, "Mortals, how quaint, scurrying through this broken reality, clutching to your fleeting existence as though it matters. Worry not. I shall repurpose your souls into something grander, on behalf of my master."
So you're knighting the boss.
Mouse, it's your turn.
Yeah. Question. Is the creature we're standing on moving, or are we stationary?
It is moving, yes.
Okay.
It's sort of like, I mean, I don't want to complicate physics, but it's like moving on top of a moving truck. Like, if you jump, you're not going, you're still going to maintain momentum. You're not going to fall off the side.
I was more thinking if I cast a kind of standing AoE effect, is it going to shift backwards as we move forward?
I mean, for the purposes of game mechanics, you can, stationary effects will remain stationary. Like,
Okay.
if you moonbeam, it will stay on the creature.
In that case... Oof.
What is Maelstrom?
Oh, I thought it
Oh.
was not centered on me.
Oh, do you want to take it back? Because you also
Yes.
targeted yourself, so...
I think I targeted, yeah. I did not want it centered on me. Instead, I'll Cone of Cold.
Okay. Do you know how to refund that, or should I?
They're both 5th level, so I just
Okay.
didn't use the spell slot for Cone of
Okay.
Cold.
Sounds good.
I don't...
Say, man, is you can see the just
Oh.
you. Just
You're breaking up a lot.
Yeah, I didn't catch any of that.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Do you know how to rotate the template?
mouse wheel. And
It might-
shift if you want to rotate in other increments.
Am I back?
Yes, you're back.
Okay.
What were you saying?
I would say Maelstrom's a point you could see within range. It doesn't have to be on you specifically. So you could have still used it if you wanted.
Heh. This is more fun. I am going to run forward so that I can hit all of them.
Okay. It does successfully. They all fail their saving throws against this and take a considerable amount of damage. As you blast this, you do. So these creatures are. I think you don't sense that it's a problem, but you do see your ice sort of coating the top of the giant manta ray. It doesn't seem to be bothered by this, but you do know that it is. It does take damage. But Fimbrato sort of looks towards you and says, "Isn't it cute? I will take your soul first."
Lovely. Wow. I've lost my... There we go. You're targeted. Cool. And then I'm gonna... Luminous Arrow.
Okay. That does hit.
I was just doing a ton of damage.
I told you I like it here.
Are you staying there?
I don't know that I have any more movement. Do we have...
You have 60 as your base.
Cool, then I'm gonna back up 10, 15 feet.
Okay.
Should be good.
All right. Flint.
I'm a little worried that I don't have a whole lot of spells for this. And gonna just try to hang on to that haste as long as I can. So I think I'm actually this one close to me. I'm gonna start I'm going to do something Flint never does and not use fire and use Ray of Frost on this close one.
Well, their AC is not very high, so you do definitely hit.
So his movement is slowed by 10 feet. And then I'm going to shoot it with a force ballista and try and push it away from me.
Jesus. You do so.
And that's... I'm gonna move a little, I guess, with my butt. Other than that, I'm done.
All right. Face up.
Yep, just seeing if
It currently has its attention sort of turned towards the mouse, although you do look at it and see that it has eyes everywhere, of course, being what it is.
Right. Almost logged myself out of Forge. That would not have been good. Hey, go big or go home, right? I will use my 5th level spell one more time.
What is that?
The Static. Which one? I can't get all 3. That one's already low. I'm gonna do both of them. I'm sorry, Mother!
I'm gonna subtract the d6 from... I have not looked at what happened from the big guy's roll.
From his saving throw?
Yeah.
Okay, he did fail anyway.
Okay.
I
just have to call it before...
Yes. And you were trying to probably hit the other one as well, which didn't seem to roll the saving throw. So I'm going to roll a saving throw for the second one. The second one failed as well.
What is their intelligence?
Good question.
Light Devourers.
Sorry. The Light Devourers are intelligence 2. So
they're not affected.
They're actually not affected. Yep, that's exactly why.
Okay.
But Fimbratos does take the hit and seems a little... Well, hold on.
Yeah, the legendary
it's going to use a legendary resistance.
Yeah. I got one down.
Yeah, he sort of like looks at you, and you get a shimmer from its eye as he looks in your direction. Is that your turn?
Oh God. Ooh, its turn is next. Lovely. Yep.
I'm sure it's a great thing that it's looking at us.
Oh boy.
As he looks at you and says, your magic is cute. I shall stop it. As you see an anti-magic cone shoot out of it, you feel all of your connection to your magic start to cease. There's no way to code this into Foundry, but your magic items are not functional if you are in this cone.
Oh God.
And it is sort of as you do that, you have, I'm going to give you sort of like Looney Tunes timer on some things. Like in this moment, you feel if you stay in the cone for one full round, that Neptus will be dispelled.
I was about to ask.
Yeah, so it's like the gemstone is fading in this moment, and you'll need to spend your next turn to get out of it.
Got it.
You see.
What about? So go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was going to ask about the star people.
They do not seem affected. They are
that.
they are spirits. They are not magic.
Love.
He is going to float 30 feet in the air.
Does
Go ahead.
I don't even want to ask this question, but
Nope, I don't either.
Oh, sorry,
Does-
20 feet in the way. 20 feet in the air.
Axe just fully lose haste, or is haste just like not active while he moves?
Yeah, he is not. Let me read the spell. I think it's when you drop the spell is when the bad things happen, if I recall.
Correct. Yeah, but
That's so true, but it's also just like a question of
it's when the spell ends.
So there's a moment where I would say, like, in this anti-magic field, you're not gaining the benefits of the spell, but you're not sort of like going unconscious for a round.
So long as he's holding concentration, I'm all right.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
There's still some like tether of that magic that is. I don't know if that's how it works, but that's how we're ruling it for now. Fimbratos floats 20 feet in the air. Again, for purposes of momentum, is still on the map despite the manta ray moving. And you can all fly with your movement speed, so it's not of terrible concern. And is going to back up a little bit as that happens. And is going to look at you all and say, you should feel honored, really. Few are chosen to become threads in the tapestry of my master's new world. And is going to release a volley of rays. Wait, do I randomize who these rays? I need to just read this really quick. If I target... Oh, choosing 1 to 3 targets. Okay. So, the people who have made him mad so far.
Squishy.
Yeah, and I guess who's going to be the third? Does anybody want the attention from this creature other than Mouse and Aesop?
You know what? Because I'm, excuse me, not a magic user. I'll take it.
Okay.
Ooh,
Oh boy.
does
Like the
same here
animation.
on me? Oh my god, a disintegration ray! No, Mouse!
Ooh, hold on. I
This is
am
a
going
slowing
to.
ray. It would have your
Yeah.
speed and
I
cancel your
will-
reaction.
I will use my Indomitable.
Okay.
Consume, yes, 1 available usage. And it still failed. Yeah.
All right. As these 3 rays come out at you, Aesop, you sort of receive the brunt of a ray that seems to try to slow you down. But as you, even though you are not sort of powered by any magic at the moment, you are able to resist its effects.
I like to think that I finally put up my shield to do something and try to block the ray.
Yes. And
Ooh.
do you have something else?
Wait one. Continue your description. I'll get back to you.
And then a disintegration ray comes into Mouse, but you are able to dodge out of the way. I believe at 0 damage coming from that. And then the last slow ray seems to come down at Klax.
Nope, it's only for damage. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And in this moment, you are not able to use any reactions, and you can only take an action or a bonus action on your turn, and not both.
Yep.
And you can re-roll the saving throw at the end of your turn. But he sort of cackles at you and ends his turn. One of these other... Go ahead.
I'm editing this back. I had targeted myself with Maelstrom, and so I'm giving myself back those hit points. So just
Okay.
So you don't think I'm cheating.
Got it. And I forgot to refund the hit points that he would have gotten from legendary actioning the synaptic static. So I'm going to, because it would have still been half damage, I believe.
Correct.
But he had taken full. I'll do that in a moment. But this other sort of tadpole-like creature, you see it seems drawn towards Mouse. It has, you sort of look at it and kind of like those, I don't know what they're called, but those like deep sea ocean fish that have like a lantern floating above them.
Anglerfish.
You see as it starts to fly towards Mouse, and as it does so, starts to soak in some of your radiant light for itself as it starts to glow. And in doing that, it is going to unleash. It's using its light absorption ability, which doesn't remove your light in any way, but it seems to power it up in some fashion. And you see immediately as it soaks up this bright light coming off of you, that it starts to radiate, it's sort of like discharging that energy in a radius around it. Pushing your own radiant light against you, you feel the force of it as it still glows in your presence. So that is its turn. One of the archers sort of shouts in this moment and says, "Those are light devourers. Any radiant damage against them will be bad, and yet we must still kill them with it. If others can get them low, we'll finish them off." And she will sort of float over here and shoot a radiant arrow at the beholder. Missing. I don't know if I said that right, but basically she needs anything that gives them radiant light will make them stronger. So she's hoping that the melee people can attack them. Neptus. Sorry. All good. Neptus' turn.
I got distracted. Okay. He's in the anti-magic field. What's his speed? 30. He's gonna try to help you out, Mouse.
Just a reminder, both he and you with the sapphire gem need to get out if to not be in the radius at the start of the beholder's next turn.
Oh.
He does have this extended movement speed from the being in the astral plane, so he can move 60 feet.
Okay. Sorry, Mouse. Neptus won't be able to help in this circumstance.
Not asking to go back, but would I have lost my wild shape, my light aura, because I'm in the anti-magic field? Nope,
No.
That's special.
Yep.
That's usually a good thing.
So I still have enough movement to get out. I might just take a hit. But we're gonna do a slam attack on this guy. Okay, not too bad. Well, bludgeoning. Yeah. And then I might use his reaction. Then he used 35 to get over there, and he's gonna use 15 to get out of the.
Okay. Yes, he will be bitten. I'm just going to move Neptus back. As you move out, this creature will bite out at him. Landing a watery blow as Neptus gets out of its range. That does hurt Neptus considerably.
Yeah.
I believe that is all Neptus can do in the moment. Unless you have any, is there anything else?
No. I was just trying to. It gave him wounded condition, but I'm not sure. I was trying to read up that.
Wounded is just below half health.
I see. Is that with the new D&D 2024?
It's just the new mods I installed to get everything automated.
Then he's done.
Okay. This other light devourer who has been considerably wounded throughout this fight so far is going to. What is his movement speed?
He has 10 less.
Yes, that's true. Which actually is enough to force it to dash to get up to you. as it descends upon Flint. You see this archer had a moment of thinking about shooting it, but as it's sort of inching on you, knows that would be a bad idea, and is going to still try to spread out, get out of. You don't know what magic capabilities these guys have. They're not being dispelled by this anti-magic ray, but they are. You notice that they are still trying to get out of the cone. What is the range on the arrows? Okay, they have pretty considerable range. As she goes to fire a bolt. Not doing too well. Sundance sort of looks at you all and says, I'll try to distract it. Wish me luck. And is going to sort of dash up with a full 120 feet of movement in an effort to kind of get up to the beholder at its side, and he's going to float up. Sorry, punched my microphone. Sundays is going to float up 20 feet as well. Astriel is not in this fight. I don't know why I put Astriel here. Sorry. Mouse.
Oh, I kind of got skipped there when you cleared Astriel.
You did, yes. Clax.
So I'm going to ask, does Clax have the wherewithal to realize that Flint is still trying to help him?
I think you understand that you understand that the spell would make you sick if it was truly broken. And so
Gotcha.
I think, like, as you look towards Flint, you see there's still like a mental strain of concentration.
Okay. So seeing that, I'm going to go ahead and move 30 feet, straight line as fast as I can, because that's half movement. From there, I'm going to take the action to dash.
You still have 60 feet of like astral plane movement.
But I'm slowed.
You're right. Yep. Just kidding.
Nope. I'll take it. You want to give it to me? I'll take it.
Nope. Sorry.
Nope. Okay. So then I'm going to continue to push for what I think is the end of it, and see if when I come out on the other side, if I pick up my movement again, or if I'm still again slowed. And again, I don't know how it works because I'm anti-magic and slowed, but then I come out of the anti-magic, slowed, and haste.
Yes, I would say you've functionally spent 70 feet of your 120 feet right now. So you still have 50 left. And you still have your you still have a extra attack from the haste spell.
Just to be fair though, right? I'm out of the anti-magic, so I get haste back, but I was slowed.
Yes.
Do I need to do anything with that, or are you just saying haste overpowers slow?
Oh shoot, sorry, I kind of forgot the doubling up on the slowing.
That's why I wanted to make sure. Oh, actually, so I really only had 15 feet. I didn't even think about that. So really, I had 15 feet.
For simplicity's sake, we're gonna say, for this turn at least, until I math it out, we're gonna say that you have an action or a bonus action, and you can make like ranged attacks with it if you want.
Don't think I'm in range for anything, so I'll just take the fact I'm out of the anti-magic, and I'll take my saving throw.
Okay. I moved you a little further just because.
Oh, I appreciate that. But again, that's why I wanted to make sure I didn't want to cheat there. So I'll just take my save.
Okay. DC 16 dexterity save.
Oh, it's still dexterity even after. Let me.
Does haste give you bonus to dex saves?
It does. Advantage, I think, or is it +2?
I think it's +2. Let me see here.
I had it up and I overrode it. Sorry.
Haste +2 to AC. Oh no, advantage on dex saving.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So dex saving throws, and bear with me. It's just a little bit easier for me to go on the old screen real quick. All right. Haste saving throw. Dex. Oh, it did roll twice. Okay, there we go. Automatically took it. I don't think 11 beats it though.
Yep. Unfortunately, you are still under the effects of the slow.
Can I seeing as I am magically connected to Clax right now, try and strain a little bit to make his haste a little better and give him a +5 with my wherever it is.
The Flash of Genius, or is that something else?
Yeah, Flash of Genius.
Does it work on saving throws? If so, then yes.
When another player or creature you see within 30 feet makes an ability check or saving throw,
Yes.
you can react to add +5.
There you go. So you, I think, like just sort of with your mental connection to this haste spell, you push Clax just a little bit further out of the slow, functionally reducing the DC, and he is able to break out of it. So Clax is no longer slowed.
Here, thank you very much. And that's the end of my turn, though. Ready for the next turn.
Okay. Mouse. This creature is. Oops. This creature technically. Why is it there? It's supposed to be adjacent to you, but nonetheless, it has used its reaction, so you can still get away.
I did note that. I am going to get away and run up here with Neptus. And then I am going to upcast Call Lightning.
Oh boy. Definitely not storming, but.
Oh, that seems like a fine
Area. You guys
Is it
can't.
already storming? No, it's not.
Yeah,
I
it's-
like that it asks though. And then I will.
That appears under the action use feature. Like not the purple, but the white. All right, as you drop a lightning bolt down upon Fimbratos, he shudders in pain, looking at you. Looking kind of everywhere.
And then I actually want to drop my star form so the lightning leech can't feed off of it.
Okay, I will go ahead and take that off.
Awesome. And that's my turn.
Alrighty. Flint, you're up.
Right. I have a thing next to me, which is not ideal. I think they have really low AC. I think I'm gonna take the disadvantage, and just shoot at it. And I'll start by fire bolting it. I think. 1, 2. Yeah, I think I firebolt it. If I can kill this thing. Or I can get a nat 1. Cool.
Or that.
And then I will attempt to force ballista it. Which I guess I should have done first, but doesn't matter.
Unfortunately, that does not hit as well.
I raise my shield and brace for impact.
Very well.
That's pretty much it.
All right, Aesop, you do still, just a reminder, still have to get out of the anti-magic if you want to keep Neptus up.
Yeah, I gotta. So I'm gonna run 20 feet out. So I'm out of it. And then can I move 40 feet up?
Yeah, sure. I will do that.
I just need to be high in the air. Oh god, angles. I guess I didn't think about that.
When you mouse over something, it does the math to know how much feet there is. It'll tell you how far away they are.
Okay. Oh, okay, work. So I have a question. In terms of the abilities that Vimbratos is using because he's a beholder, I can't silvery barbs that because it's not a roll. It just
It's
kinda
a saving throw. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. You can only really silvery barbs attacks. You could silvery barbs somebody's failed saving throw in theory, I think.
Well, the first thing would have to happen first, where I would have to hit something that they would have to re-roll and get the lower, and then I would put the
Yes.
positive one on it.
Yes.
Yeah. Would counter spell work? It is a spell. Dang it! It's just an ability. Yeah. All right. I am beholders, and
This is a
Beholders are a tough enemy
magical
for me.
creature. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Fine. Totally. God. Yeah. I'm gonna see if I could Tasha's Mind Whip it. I'm gonna target him first to T, and then Mind Whip. I'll do it at third level. And since he's failed, as of right now,
Yep.
I can choose whether he only gets one of three: a move,
Yeah.
an action, or a bonus action.
You don't choose, he chooses, but
Oh wait,
yeah,
it must choose. Yes.
Okay. Well, he definitely takes the full hit and does not choose to resist it. Is that your turn?
I will. What's the range on this guy? 60 feet. Plax, I'm giving you a bardic inspiration.
Not gonna say no. DM, with him taking it instead of resisting it, does he? Is there any Does it seem like he's okay? Like, just something seems odd. Like, why wouldn't you resist something that powerful?
Just perhaps better things to resist.
Maybe he all of his stuff that he does is on that action block, and he doesn't really have a bonus action or a move because he's already in the air.
Yeah, I mean, above table, that's accurate. He doesn't have bonus actions.
Yeah, I read it as I could choose. So
Yeah, that would be very strong.
Sorry. Yeah, no, fair.
Okay.
That's my turn.
We're an hour in. I wanted to check. Do we want to take a break? If this fight might go on a little while.
I'm good either way. I just might grab another beverage, but I pounded a couple Sudafed before we started, so.
I'll go grab a
I'm sorry.
snack.
Okay, let's take a 2-minute break, a quick one.
All right, see you guys in a couple minutes.
All right, see ya. All right. At the end of Aesop's turn, Embrato speaks up again and says, "Do resist if you like. Struggle makes the soul richer." And you start to see, as you have been laying into it, he starts to look a little bit more menacing in this moment, and you start to see new eye stalks sort of sprawl from his body. He has now unlocked his legendary actions.
Unlocked them?
Just, he's taking the fight a little bit more seriously.
When do I
Great.
unlock my legendary actions?
You just depends on how things go. He is going to turn his attention towards the group. He is going to back up a smidge, which is going to trigger.
He can't move and use an action.
Oh, you're right. So I can't do that.
Nice.
You were totally right. He still can rotate. That's not.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You see, as he sort of looks, Aesop, you've just sort of clearly drawn his ire, but also he's looking not at Klax in this moment, but at the archers who've been shooting at him, as he's going to target the three of you with his eye rays. Sorry if this is a loud sound. It just keeps rolling this slowing ray. Both the archers have been slowed by this effect. And you do also see, as this ray is coming towards you, Aesop, you are able to push off any effect that it is putting on you. And you get a glance from him. He actually looks frustrated by this.
I'm just as shocked.
You do know, once again, you are in the anti-magic zone.
Mm-hmm.
At the Light Devourer's turn, I think it's going to, seeing that mouse is no longer glowing, it is going towards the next closest thing that glows. And it is going to spend its action to dash towards Skyfall. And as it does so, it starts to absorb light and glow. Because it is a bonus action, it is going to use that light to do a radiant discharge. Which does catch Aesop in the radius as well.
Oh my.
Both of you succeed on the saving throw, taking 14 damage, but it continues to glow as it is in Skyfall's area. On Skyfall's turn, being slowed presently through the slowing ray, it honestly doesn't have great options. She's going to attempt to back up, and she's going to take an attack of opportunity from the Light Devourer, who's going to bite at her.
I can use my silvery barbs for that. No,
Okay.
that was a roll.
Yes, if you'd like.
Just to get that positive effect on somebody. Oh, god damn it! I targeted Klax.
Who did you want to target?
Are you able to do
Oh,
that
yeah,
while
you
you're
can't actually
moving?
silvery barbs while you're in the anti-magic. That's right.
Yep.
So go ahead and refund yourself the spell slot if you...
That I don't know how to do.
Okay, I'll do it when I have a moment.
Yep.
But Skyfall takes some damage and is going to back up. And being as that it's already glowing, it's actually Skyfall's going to just take a shot at this thing. And hits. And it doesn't take any damage at all. And Skyfall sort of speaks out and says, just kidding. We actually can't kill these things unless they are incapacitated. Neptus. You now know that these things are immune to radiant damage.
Yep. I can't get over there with Neptus. And I'm kind of scared for Neptus's life at this point. Once again, his speed is doubled to 60. Oh god, he can't even go back. Any creature in the line must spend 2 feet of movement for... Interesting. Sure. I mean, I'll try that. I'm gonna move 40, 35. And I'm gonna try to push this guy away. Well, ooh, that might not help. I almost put you in the cone of magic, Flint. If it would have worked.
Yeah, please let's not do that.
Yeah, no, let's not.
Nah, I'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
I can't de-summon him on his turn, correct?
I believe that's true.
Well, that just makes things more difficult. Okay, I use 35 feet. Oh, crap. I'll use the last 25 to get behind him.
Are you floating up to try to meet his height as well?
Oh, because he is...
Yeah. I mean, it's...
How
How many
feet
feet
up?
away? 22
20
away?
feet.
Yeah, 20 feet up right now.
He's gonna stay below. He's gonna stay out of range of Fimbrato, so he's gonna stay below him, even though eyes are everywhere.
Okay.
That's all he can do.
Okay. At the end of Neptus's turn, Fimbratos is going to take a legendary action. Seeing somebody, Sundance is upon him, and he has not been able to deal with that just yet. How do I do the single ray? One moment. Oh, yes, I understand. This is not technically changing his direction. I just have to do this. And Sundance is now paralyzed as this ray descends upon him as he's in melee range. And Fimbratos speaks up once again and says, "The nature of your resistance is quaint. My masters of the plains himself, a being of wind, flames, stone, and sea, you are but ants." And that is his turn. Moondrop, sort of in a reaction to seeing Sundance be harmed, still under the effects of the slow ray, is going to move as much as she can. The slow ray still going to take an action to shoot at him. And fails. Sundance is paralyzed. Going to re-roll his save, but now it is Klax's turn.
All right, so as long as that ended up back in the same spot, I'm kind of screwed in the distances I can go because I'm back in the anti-magic zone. So
You're not slowed now, though.
no, so I don't have 15 feet of movement, but I have 30 feet of
So
movement
if you
instead of
move
60.
out, I would say like if
Yeah,
you
it's going to take me 15 to 20 to get out here. So
You should have 60, though, from just being here.
so you've spent 20 of your 60. You have 80 left after you step out of it. Because it's sort of like percentage based is what I'm doing.
that's
off
fine.
of.
That's okay. Cool. So then I still, definitely have movement, and I am flying up, and I am very ready to actually do something.
Currently, Sundance is incapacitated, but if you do get on the other side in the future, you'll be able to flank.
Okay.
Actually, if you get behind him, so
Oh, it's here. 25 to here, and you said I have about 80. I can definitely get on the other side of him, and going up. So it's up to you, DM, with the elevation change.
Yeah, you're good.
Can I get on the other side of him?
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
You're now on this side. You're 20 feet up and sort of coming up behind him.
Target that, and we are going to start. Oh, why didn't it target there? There it goes.
Oh, sorry. You're not flanking yet because Sundance is incapacitated, but in the future you will be.
Gotcha. Okay.
But it's fine. Take that one for now.
Oh, Bardic Inspiration. Attack 16. Yes.
There you
I don't
go.
know why there's 2 damage die roll, but okay. I'll take it. So that's attack 1. Attack 2. Again, hopefully it doesn't roll 2 dice.
Everything seems fine on my screen right now. Oh.
Okay, I'm rolling 2 for whatever reason. I had 18 and 15. I'm not sure which one came first. It's automatically giving me advantage. You want me to just move for now so I don't keep getting that?
No. You would have hit either way. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm taking flanking off now.
I
Okay.
was about to say, advantage would have happened for the first one because of silvery barbs, and since I put it on clock.
Fair. So we're good.
All right. Okay.
You have 2 more attacks, and you've hit him twice. 1 more attack. Sorry.
Thank you.
Baldur's Gate rules.
Yep. All good. So then our third one, and then on this one, I may burn a precision attack depending on how I roll. Actually, I will burn precision attack because that's the adding of the where's precision? Sorry. Reaction. Nope. Bonus action. Oh my goodness! Why do I forget where this is?
Oh no, that you have been flanking this whole time, which is why it's doing it. Because Sundance saved paralyzing ray at the end of his turn.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, yeah,
either
that's
way,
why,
I still
that's why it keeps giving you flanking.
okay. I still missed either way, but I want to burn my precision attack before you give me the results on that. So let me.
Oh, it should have.
It didn't prompt me.
Okay, just roll a d10. And I'll figure it out.
Yeah. I didn't mean to hit it that many times.
Yeah, just roll a d10. We'll do it manually.
All right.
So that would have hit. So roll.
Well, I add that then to the damage, right? And so I just need the
precision
damage.
attack is 2 hit.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So with your
Is 1d12.
Oh no, sorry, that would not have hit.
Oh, 16 plus 7 would not have hit. Oh,
No, you're right. That totally would have hit.
Okay.
So 1d12 plus, and then I'll do plus 7.
I can add that in. Nope, you're good. Roll. Try expeditious. Man, I do not roll generally very well with damage, but and 3 bonus action. Oh, I probably should have done a feigning attack, but that's all right. On the other side, don't have anything else. I think I'm done.
Okay, I don't. I'm just sort of taking a look. I think clicking precision attack used up all of your stuff, so I'm going to refund 2 of those.
Thank you. Sorry.
Nope, you're good. You have
For whatever reason, my audio's not working on the screen, even though the volume's up, so I can't hear when it clicks through. So
all good. But you have 2 left.
Thank you.
At the end of your turn, it is going to use another legendary action. And this time, it is going to go for you because you hit it in the back. As one of the many eye stalks sort of turns to face you. With another fear ray. As you sort of descend upon this thing, you are now incredibly frightened of it as you are.
Did it auto roll for me? Okay.
Yes, it does, yeah.
Okay, all right. Ooh, and I already burned my Indomitable. I don't think I have anything else. Okay.
Mouse, you're up.
Yeah, so I'm going to why you all gotta be so close to him?
Burn me. Don't care.
Well, I can't burn you without also burning whatever snowdrop thing is next to him. Where'd the third light devourer go?
There's only ever been two.
Sorry, the second one.
There's one in the middle, like on the tail, and then there's one next to Flint.
Oh, I see it. Yeah. I might just do it. Sorry, Sundance.
He sort of looks at you and says, "Take it down." He supports your action.
Previous roll of Stormbolt has not completed. Place measured template.
Oh, it didn't seem to hit
When I
him
clicked
anyway.
it short, it shrunk. It was 4 across, and then when I put it on Vimbratos, it went down to just 1. So
Okay. Well,
maybe because
we'll
he's
keep
elevated.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He fails and he takes that damage.
And we can fly, right?
Yes.
Cool. I'm just gonna scooch. No, I'm gonna stay where I was because I think I'm gonna come over here. We just want to radiant divide so that we can't all be in the ray at the same time. But that's my turn.
All right. At the end of your turn, it turns its attention, or one of the eyes turns its attention towards you as it uses its last legendary action. A petrification ray, which you unfortunately fail. You all start to see as Mouse starts to turn to stone in her mortal form. Flint.
Oh boy. Huh.
I'm going to turn off auto rotate because I'm tired of having to reset this every time.
115 away. Sorry, Oh, that's... How do I think that's worth it?
As you're thinking, he sort of scans the battlefield and says, "I am but the first storm of many to come. Merodach sees me as a tool, but tools can break free. Your efforts are meaningless, and his grand vision will falter by my will alone."
What was that name? Oh, I'm
Merodach.
petrified.
Yeah, you're becoming petrified. You're not actually petrified yet.
What is that? Sorry, how does petrify work?
So she failed one saving throw. If she fails again, she will be stone.
Oh, she's not.
She's not yet petrified. She's becoming petrified.
I'm
Oh, but then-
restrained at the moment.
Yes.
But if she fails again, then it's like real bad.
Yes.
Does Flint know enough to know whether or not dispel magic would be enough to stop that in progress or whatever? Like, do I feel
It's
like
not
I
a spell. This is more of a greater restoration situation.
I know it says greater restoration for like once it's like fully taken root.
Yeah, but it's not a spell. It's like her physical body is turning against her and becoming carbon. This is more of a physical effect.
So what
It's-
I can do is the best I can do is give Mouse a D10 with Bardic Inspiration for the saving throw.
Yeah. I just like because dispel magic doesn't say it's got to be a spell, but it is a weird gray area. All right. Well, in that case, I think I just kind of continue down what I'm doing and try and deal with this stupid light devourer thing. I'll start this time smartly and try to push it away from me with Force Ballista.
It is still a disadvantage unless you move your cannon away.
Yeah, but at least there's the chance that one of us won't have disadvantage.
Fair enough. Yep, you do shove it off of you as that force pulses on it.
And then I'll try to firebolt it.
Try being the operative word.
Yep. And then I'm going to can I just like I have 60 feet of movement? Yeah, I'm gonna move to like there. How do I make it move me when I do that?
Spacebar.
Is that what it is? Yeah. And I'll bring my cannon with me.
Alrighty. Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Alrighty. Aesop, you are once again in the very center of its
Yep.
eyes.
That's fine. Hey, Mouse. Coming over to ya. Whee! Okay. I am like 40 feet up, and that was all of my movement. So I can't heal. Wait. Is Cure Wounds touch? No. Yes? No.
Cure Wounds is touch, and you can fly diagonally to still meet her.
I'm less concerned about my hit points and more about my ability to make a dex save at disadvantage.
Yeah. I guess for my... Oh god. I guess I can use the spell regularly, just the first part of it would be useless. Or like a silvery... Oh no, never mind. What am I thinking? I'm not... Oi, nervous. Alright, Me. What do I want to do?
I could taunt you some more if you need time to think.
What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
I mean, if all else fails, kill the big guy.
I was like,
Well, I'm only hesitant to do anything, Mouse, because I don't want that cone to be on us.
well, you did run over here, so there's a good chance it comes over here.
I was hoping that someone else might do damage to take it away. Yeah, I gotta do what I gotta do. Crap, no, I don't have it targeted. I need to keep remembering to do that. I'm gonna use my last 4th level spell on it. Not great damage, but oh fuck.
You've managed to pick so many spells I've never heard of.
They're all really fun.
Yeah.
You know what? That was a d20 roll, and I'll use my reaction to make him roll that again for silvery barbs.
Okay. That is a, what is it, intelligence save?
Yes.
We will go ahead and make 15 is not successful, but he will burn his second legendary resistance. You don't know how many he has.
And then I think
I will let you know as well. You'll notice. Well, you don't see the same math I'm saying. He is he's not resistant to psychic damage. Just kidding. He still took half, but he did not take a quarter.
And then I'll use that match the positive effect for Mouse. So not only do you have advantage on your next saving throw, Mouse, but I'm giving you my last bardic inspiration as well.
That is greatly appreciated.
Yep. And that's my turn.
Do you have Wheel or Woe right now?
I have Woe. So if anybody needs minus a d6 on a save that they're going to make him make, just let me know and I can use my reaction for it. But yeah, I've got Woe today.
On Fibratus's turn, he looks at you all and says, "You are blind to the elegance of the planes in unity. My master's heritage spans all elements, and yet you cling to that single crumbling sphere." And he is going to float up, and that will give Klax an attack of opportunity, should you like to take it.
Yeah, I've not used the reaction yet, so
Correct.
I will absolutely take an opportunity attack.
That gives Sundance an opportunity attack as well.
Yes, that is true. These are both with advantage.
Neptus is still on the ground. He's not floating up. So
Yes. Sundance fails miserably.
Yeah.
Sorry, can't see with the dice in the way. Yeah, a 23. I'm not gonna burn the precision. Shit, roll. Man, I roll so bad with damage consistently. I think I've had one good, like, above an 8 once out of, like, the last 3 sessions. Ugh.
Yikes. He does float above you, still taking sort of like a glancing blow, and in floating, he's just moving a little bit in this direction as well, sort of like floating at a diagonal. He doesn't have the greatest of angles to passers in this moment, but his eyes shoot in multiple directions, and he sort of, one of the eyes, I think for the first time, kind of notices Flint as well.
I'm not doing anything.
You are an enemy of his. And then let's see, what did people do in this last round that would make him mad?
I attacked the shit out of him.
Yeah, you
I tried to incapacitate him.
Yes, you did. Did Mouse do anything? You bolted him.
Bolted.
Lightning.
Okay. He is going to take. Well, no, he's not going to go on Mouse because you're being petrified at this moment. He actually pulls one on Neptus. And as he looks at Neptus, he says, "You've already been touched by Merodach's curse. I will send you back to where you came." And we'll see what happens. Sleep Ray, Clack succeeds as you start to feel a little not doing well. Neptus.
God.
And you manage to resist the fear once again, but Neptus, as sort of this necrotic energy comes towards him, you start to see the water of the liquid blacken. Now, Neptus is sort of a Pokeball, and this is a moment that is doubly important that you get out of the, for Neptus' sake, is a doubly an important moment for you to get out of this cone, because otherwise he will not have a Pokeball to return to as Neptus falls. And it's the Light Devourer's turn on that pleasant note. This one is going to continue the chase on Skyfall. It's going to both bite and use its sort of radiant explosion, because it doesn't have to spend its action to dash this time. You see Skyfall continue to be under the barrage of this creature, but is still standing. And I think is in the state that they are in is going to just disengage and try to get as far away as possible. At the very least, trying to drag this creature away from you guys. Neptus is dead.
Yeah.
It is the Light Devourer. This Light Devourer's turn, which is coming after. Sorry, I feel like I have so many turns in a row this time. Going to bite this one and glow from its energy. You see these archers are just they sort of Skyfall looks at you and says, "We'll distract them, just bring it down. It's looking weak." They seem to be willing to take these hits as long as you can focus your fire. And she will also disengage in an effort to continue fulfilling that purpose. Sundance was no longer incapacitated. Oh, she was slowed. She couldn't move that far. It's fine. Sundance is no longer incapacitated and will come up to swing at him again. Sort of looks at you, Clax, and says, "I'll get him from this side." Sort of trying to assume flanking position. Clax, you're up.
All right, I'm just going to move, so I'm flanking again. Going to go ahead. Oh, go
I'll
ahead.
float you back up to it's because it floated up a little bit, so I'll bring
sorry.
you up as well.
Thank you. Going ahead. Oh, I am unconscious or incapacitated for some reason. Did I miss something?
Did you fail your sleep? Hold on.
No, I passed it. When the sleep one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
passed it.
Passed, yeah.
It put it on you, so I'm. Oh wait, well, I will say you are frightened of it from the previous.
Oh, I can't move towards it.
Yeah,
Yep. So let me move
But
back.
you are asleep too, so I'm going to unsleep you.
Oh, well, thank you for unsleeping me. Okay, well that I forgot about the being feared.
You actually have that. I never was able to code it into Foundry, but you do have your amulet that Flint had made, that was sort of meant to shock.
Oh
you,
yeah.
shock you out of mental effects.
Was that a bonus action or an action?
It happened. It would have happened automatically, actually.
Okay.
So
Thank you for
just
the reminder.
Go ahead and roll me another Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, wisdom saving throw. No whammies? Yep, that's about right.
Okay. Yes. So
That's alright.
yeah, you start your turn and are still affected by this.
That's fine. So what I will do is instead... Flint, were you about to say something?
I was trying to look and see what I thought the DC was and whether or not I could help you pass it, but I don't think with that.
I don't think you can. No.
That would consume. So I can use my additional action from the haste, right? For any action, correct?
True.
If I use it to attack, it's only one attack.
Correct. I'm reading this again, though. You can actually choose to empower the saving throw before making the roll. Sorry, this is like one of those few homebrew items that we've never really used. You could use have used an additional charge of this item to have rolled that with advantage.
Then I will definitely do that. So just roll another.
Yeah, roll one more wisdom saving throw.
I like how I pretend I have modifiers on that, but
All right. Well,
nope, same exact roll.
you do take 1d6 lightning damage, which I'll do as this attempts to reset your brain and shake you out of this fear, but the fear effect is too strong.
Okay, no worries. Crap, where was the train of thought though?
You're going to use your action from haste for something.
I am. I'm going to attempt. I think it's finally time. I'm going to, because he's pretty close. Yeah, he's only 10 feet from me. Clack's being scared out of his mind, not knowing what to do, not knowing what's going on. He's going to just scream at the top of his lungs, reach out, and throw fire lure around the beholder and pull him towards him.
Alrighty. Still just a cantrip, but it could be really good.
Yep. Oh, target. T, and then let's click on this.
you gotta roll. You gotta roll good. Oh wait, that's a saving throw. Oh hey.
Yep. Hey, he rolled 2, right?
He did. That was
all right. So I have not moved closer, but I have now pulled.
Correct.
Him 10 feet towards me. Now I'm unloading on the bitch.
You feel your dragon mark flare up as you hear a cackling, a sort of draconic cackling in the back of your mind. But it faces down. You shove it aside as you face this creature down at you. These rolls are normal because you're now in a flanking position again. So it's not disadvantaged from frightened.
Awesome. Love it. So let's see if the thing's smart enough. We'll do that. All right. It rolled. Didn't matter. It rolled double 2s. Which makes it easier. So yeah, I don't think I can even match it. Yeah. So first one's gonna be a miss. I'm just gonna roll the d20 and add my +9, so I don't get the double advantage. If that works.
You're still flanking, so.
Oh, sorry.
So it's a straight roll.
Correct. As soon as I click on it, it just automatically does the advantage.
Oh, then just roll. I'll fix things if I need to.
Okay. So it's +9. +9. All right, 25 to hit.
Okay. Go and roll a d12 +7 then.
D12 +7. Oh, not 2d12. Nope. Slash 1d12 +7. Hey! I hit somebody. So I used the action for the fire lure, and that's my 2 attack actions. Okay.
You look at this guy with fear in your eyes, but sort of mustering as much as you can, and from wherever your dragon mark is drawing power. Mouse, roll me a perception check.
While she's doing that, can I take my end of turn wisdom save? Thank you. Oh, big number, big fucking A.
Yep. You'll still get the free saves at the beginning of your turn from the amulet, but
awkward amulet
relies on sight.
It does actually. Okay. As
when it matters.
Yes. As you sort of see this dragon mark flare, you're sort of like standing. Well, you're currently turning to stone, but besides that, as you're sort of staring in the direction of Clax fighting this creature, you see the dragon mark flare up, and in the distance, you see sort of we sort of described that his mark is of a constellation, and you see in the distance past him, kind of like over his shoulder, that there is sort of like a constellation forming in the sky. And you start to see not just sort of the maw that was described to be the constellation on Klax's body, but you start to see something much larger. Something larger than the manta ray you are standing on now. The shape of a larger, impossibly large dragon that is in the far distance on these stars. And in Klax's head, he hears the little bit of a laughing, but you see a dragon laughing in the distance.
This did like a constellation tattoo mark something, didn't it? Yeah, okay.
You observe that as you're turning to stone, but you still have a turn.
So
is it fair to assume? Go ahead.
the skill check you made used the silvery barb's advantage.
Then you still have that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's fair to assume that I can't call lightning while I'm in the cone.
Is it? Oh yes, correct. Yes, while you were in the
So
cone.
that I think I can't do anything except make the save.
Yeah, I mean
So
that's right. You're restrained, so
Yeah.
you still. You still have an action. You could be something else. Yeah, something that.
You have any like potions to drink or anything?
I looked, and I don't think I have anything that would be useful. If you need them, I do have some potions of spell renewal.
That's
After
right.
I'm stoned.
Jesus. All right. Thank you.
But yeah, no,
We got those.
I don't think I have anything I could do other than make that save.
You got it. Advantage and a D10.
I mean, you still have. I mean, I'm just saying it's like being restrained is that your attacks would be at disadvantage, but you can still guiding bolt and stuff.
Well,
And
but
then
she
I
Even
can
in the
deal.
cone.
Oh no, sorry, you're totally right. Yeah,
I was like, if I can't call lightning, I can't cast
Yes,
it.
yes.
restrained and in the cone is
It is
Uh,
bad. Yeah.
I can
Okay.
make a save.
Yep. Okay. So this is. Let me remind myself the DC. The DC. I'm
I
actually.
Really want to do this to myself, but silvery barbs probably wouldn't have worked in the code either, would it have?
The cone.
I did it before
wasn't-
the cone.
Yeah, the cone wasn't on
came over.
you at the time.
Lovely.
I think there's a question about whether the buff would stay on. I'm going to let you keep it, even. Well, no, I can't let you keep the silvery barbs and punish Klax for not being able to haste in the cone. To be fair. So
But I
you
still have bardic inspiration.
so you still have
do.
Bardic Inspiration, and if you come out of the cone, you'll still have a silvery barbs to use later. But so for now, it's a dex
Yeah, about the
save.
10.
Yeah, next,
Thank
next,
you.
yeah. Now dex save with a D10.
Dex
Those
save.
silvery barbs.
This is not great.
Is it disadvantage because you're restrained? I'm trying to.
Oh, it is disadvantage. Well, I rolled 1. So I have the first dice.
Which was a 9, I believe. I can't.
8.
It's not. Oh, yeah, 8.
Do I click bardic inspiration on this one and then just roll again?
Just roll another D20.
And then we can roll a D10.
Oh, I'm gonna time out of the bardic inspiration.
Oh, we'll
Too
we'll
late.
handle everything after the fact. It's fine. Just go ahead and roll another D20 plus 2 for your save. Okay.
Guys, I'm not gonna save. I'm about to be petrified.
So you have an 8, and now you can roll the Bardic Inspiration.
It's a D10,
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And the DC is a 16.
Yeah.
so I need an 8. Guys, I have diamonds on that spyglass. I think I'm the only one with greater restoration, though, so have fun.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how. I think where's my ability?
I think you have a 60-foot range for your Flash of Genius. I
Is
don't
it
think.
60? No, it's 30. Never mind. I thought it was 120, but yeah, I can't do anything.
All right. I'm going to remove you from initiative.
I was like, could I have reaction just in case it was going to affect things, like dropped my bag so that anybody who needs my shit could get to it? I don't know if my bag would also turn to stone with me. But
I mean, you were restrained and turning to stone. I'm going to say, like, you don't really have control of those motor functions in this moment. Flint. Oh,
if
sorry.
you're restrained, you can still attack.
That's true.
Could I have thrown my bag?
Yeah, no, okay. That's fair. That's fair. Flint.
Jeez.
Are you fine going on a little longer, Sean? I know the boss is reasonably hurt, but okay.
And I'm drugged
All right.
up. I'm good.
I think.
Oh, sorry. He's going to use a legendary action. Listen, this is what happens. This one is going to go on Sundance because Sundance has not taken a ray in a while. And Sundance is paralyzed. Now it's your turn.
Gosh. I think I'm going to burn my last second level spell and cast Scorching Ray because I feel like we're getting to a point where this thing needs to die. So we'll try that. Spell slot. Oh, why aren't you telling me to target thing? No, because I already had something else targeted, apparently. Select your targets. Why?
Just do T. Yeah, or sorry.
Cancel. I'm just going to recast it.
That's
I
fine.
think.
I'll refund it.
All right. Because now I'm targeting it. Everything else I've cast is like asked me or just like made me when I cast it target something. Cast spell. All right.
All right, you lay these bolts into it. Two of the three seem to hit.
Cool.
He's not looking great. I'll say, like, his degree of taunting you has not shown where, but you see as you're sort of blasting him that he is becoming less and less of he is being disintegrated by these rays. And you see as he is weakening significantly. He just doesn't seem to feel pain.
And I will bonus action shoot him with the Force Ballista.
All right, he gets pushed away. I'm gonna not push him directly into Clax, but over here. Is that your turn?
Yep.
All right, he's gonna use his last legendary action, turning his attention towards you, and says, "It's feeble."
Ooh. Please save.
Well, not. Yeah.
Enfeebling
It's
ray or
not-
feebling.
no. Yeah, well, it depends on what he rolls.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, it's always random. He's just calling Flint feeble.
Oh, I thought you. Okay, sorry.
Well, that would have been
Flint-
bad if it was an enfeeblement, right? For
Yeah.
sure.
Flint does resist, and Aesop, it is your turn. You see
Alright.
Mouse.
Gnome cunning.
You see Mouse turn to stone in front of you.
I'd be like, Mouse, did you save? Oh, God. Okay. Well, I don't know if there's much I could do. Do I see that her bag's turned to stone?
You see it on the floor of the manta ray, not turned to stone.
I gotta get out of here first. So, I'll come back for the bag. I'm gonna fly. Fly. Okay, I need you to fly for me. There we go.
Does Neptus come back into the ball?
Yes. As soon as you are out of it, Neptus kind of, the water energy just sort of starts to flow towards you.
I'll just whisper into the little gem that I have. I'm like, I'm sorry for putting you in this situation, and then putting it back in the bag.
I don't have very much stuff left, you guys, which is not good. Clax, what's your health?
I am golden. Do whatever you need to do.
Yeah, health-wise, we're actually all doing pretty well. We just need to kill this guy.
Again, don't worry about me. Do what you gotta do.
Yeah, he has not been rolling damage raise most of this fight.
I gotta use Shatter. I'm gonna place it directly on top of them. Pop.
He does manage to resist. Clax does not, but he still does take 5 damage.
Well, that's something. I don't have any bardic inspiration. Oh boy. Do I even have like a... Sorry, I'm checking my inventory for something real quick. Nope, that's long rest. Let's not do that. Where... Oh, there we go. I do. Alright. I used my movement though already. Well, most of it. I'm actually gonna get 5 feet closer to him. And that's my 60 feet. And that's my action. Yeah, I can't do that. You know what? Let's see. It's a I can bonus action cast a spell, right?
Not, no, because you've cast a leveled spell already. You could.
I always forget.
You can bardic inspiration. I think that's really the only bonus action you have if you have any left.
Nope. No, I don't. That's my
Alright.
turn.
Alrighty. He is still looking pretty bad, but he is sort of like just central eye glows and he sneers at you all, seemingly pleased with himself so far. Sundance is paralyzed, so there's no attack of opportunity from there. And he's going to sort of float in a direction. Clax, you'll still get an attack of opportunity here as he's trying to get out of your melee range.
I will use the reaction then. T sword. Come on. Oh, did I do something wrong there? I think I might have.
I think you're good.
Do I have to click on it again? Oh, okay. Previous roll has not completed. Okay, complete previous. That was weird.
Hey.
Oh.
Where were
Yeah, so I'm not flanking and I have fear. So either
So you're gonna hit. You don't need to precision this.
yeah, correct. I don't think I should have had both rolls there.
Oh, you are.
It's disadvantage. It is disadvantage.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
sorry. I thought it was advantage. Okay, cool. That's fine. That works.
He does. So he takes the hit and then floats out of your range. So you will have to resolve the fear to get out of it again, or pull him towards you.
Got it.
He takes this opportunity to put everybody in the anti-magic in this moment. And we're going to do some more raise for days. Aesop, Flint, and Clax, who just hit him. Clax, you suffer from a paralyzing ray.
Oh, and I just used my reaction tonight. Fuck. I don't have Indomitable left.
And Flint, you are feared as well.
Yeah. Wow. Did I?
Fuck.
These guys continue to chase after. I'm going to roll these when I have a moment to breathe, but these guys continue to be chased after as they try to lure these things off of you. However, as this one takes well, hold on. I actually do need to roll this before, because these archers see the end in sight and feel that it may be worth them taking shots on the boss if they can. I feel like my game is slowing down. I don't know why. Oh, that's the wrong ability. That's why. Radiant discharge. Sorry. So as Skyfall is taking a big hit, and instead of disengaging, is going to make the effort to take an attack of opportunity and maybe get a shot off at the boss in the process, as they try to run away. And they do. They're slowed, so they can't actually get that far. Their range is, I guess this shot would be at disadvantage at this range. And unfortunately misses through all that effort. Same thing for the second one, but I'm just going to go ahead and roll the attack first, because plenty of hit points to survive all this. And also, unfortunately, misses. Sundance is paralyzed, and Clax, it is your turn. At the top of your turn, go ahead and once again roll with a, is it Constitution save? No, Wisdom save with advantage to try to shake off the fear, if you're using both charges.
Well, hold on. So alright, so sorry. Just the fear. I'm paralyzed.
Yes.
And feared.
And you're in the cone, so your amulet doesn't work. So,
So I don't really have a lot of options here.
So at the end of your turn, you're gonna roll both of these automatically, I believe.
Okay.
So I don't think there's anything you can do this turn.
Yep. So roll to Flint. See, did things roll?
The fear rolled automatically.
Oh.
Yeah, you're in a situation.
Yep.
Flint. Flint, in this moment, your Eldritch Cannon is floating in space.
Well, I'll hang on to it while I get back into not the magic cone area, I guess. And this guy didn't move with me. I mean, I am really like tapped out. Whatever I do is going to be disadvantaged because of fear.
I'm just rolling some attacks against the NPCs while you think.
Yeah. I mean, I think
even if you have to drop haste, because I'm dead in the water.
I'm out of all my spell slots. Like
Oh.
I have
So
I have
you
first
gotta
level,
hold it.
I have first level spell slots, but they don't do anything.
Yeah.
Well, nothing that's like useful in this situation. Like I don't have any damage abilities really in those. So I think I just firebolt him, which feels unfortunate, but
Did you get any of those spell potions?
I mean I did, but I
Are you that person who saves potions always forever?
no, but I'm like there's part of me that is my like I can cast Revivify if I really, really, really needed to, and things. And so I'm very hesitant to. Although I guess at that point, if I really needed that, I could use one of those brandy things. How much health does? Well, not much. This is very conflicting. Yeah, sure. I will. Then I can't use my bonus action on the turret. It's probably not worth it anyways. I will bonus action drink the where the heck is this? Inventory. The potion of greater renewal. Don't know actually how to do that. Oh, I have 2 of them too. I'll definitely drink one then. All right, I've
On your
taken one
action
out.
bar, you should have use item.
Oh, well, I took it out of my inventory. Um,
Just as
and-
I will refund your spell slot because it's not automatic.
fair. And I'll fireball him because got a 3rd level spell slot out of it. What is unconscious or incapacitated? I think I'm just feared.
Yeah, I think you're just feared,
Uh,
right? Because I'm
you're frightened. Yeah, I don't.
incapacitated and frightened.
Oh,
For some reason, the sleep ray, I don't just apply to several people. Hold on, let me unsleep you.
Okay.
I can't explain that. You should be good now.
all right.
Is the sleep ray like an AOE and I didn't even notice? But continue. I'm not gonna retcon anything.
Fair. We'll do. Of course, you rolled a 20. Yeah, that. I'd have been just better off just using my turret and my firebolt, but oh well.
Not necessarily. It's guaranteed damage as opposed to conditional damage.
But that's all.
All right, Aesop, you are up.
Yeah.
Except it's going to use a legendary action against Flint. Who has
But he's
drawn-
getting really low. He's getting really
He's-
low.
he's getting
so
very low.
I think it was a good use, Flint.
Oh, good.
Oh my god. Oh.
You're feeling a little restrained. I'll say it hasn't rolled a charm ray this whole time, so let that be
Thank
known.
God.
But Aesop, now it's your turn.
Yeah, it sure is. Okay, I gotta get. You have advantage on your saving throws class if you're not in the ray, right? With your amulet.
Is the amulet's not advantage for fear and charm?
If you use 2 charges, I think you get advantage.
Yeah, it's
Why?
automatic as a bonus action, and then you get advantage if you use another charge. But he's in the ray right now, so you need to draw the ray off of him.
That's exactly my point. I gotta draw its ray, and the only way to do that is to get right next to him. Ooh boy. Yeah. Why am I always in the front of the fight? Who knows?
That's what medium and armor and shields does.
I guess. But that was my movement for my action because I have a long sword on me that I carry at all times. I will take it out, fumble a little bit, and try to hit him. Oh shoot. Who knows? Oh shoot.
I say you have potions as well that you could use.
I do, but this is my action.
Yep.
And taking a potion is a bonus action. Yeah, that's not surprising at all. I'm gonna try to tell him though and be like, "You're not the only one who has magic, you fucking bitch. Look at me." I will add to say, I'm the only one who hasn't been affected by your rays. Isn't that sad that you couldn't get all of us?
Roll me a persuasion check. I know that you can roll pretty high on that.
I say
It's
he's
DC 20.
He's appealing to the beholder's sense of being greater than everybody else. I mean, maybe that's an advantage roll. 19 still pretty good.
So DC 20 would have been for the full effect. But nonetheless, there is an impact on this. Is that your turn?
For my bonus action, I will drink one of my potions.
I will say you could have done that first and then cast a spell as your action, but in case you did not know, so you could always save it for next turn if you want.
I did not know that, so I will save it for next turn then. For bonus action, could I do anything? I'm pretty sure can't.
I do want to give Mouse a chance. I know that you are effectively eliminated from this fight, but is there, I think there's observation happening still, or at least was happening in the moments before you were fully petrified. What does that feel like, or what is going through Mouse's head?
I mean, I'm not sure. She's never really been petrified before. I think as she's going, she's trying to give people advice on maybe they can help, and I think she has total faith in her friends that they'll figure this out. But right now she's just kind of watching and zoned.
Fair enough. As Fimbratos looks towards you, the DC 20 would have been for its turn its complete and entire attention towards you. It still has the wherewithal to aim its ray, but it is going to shoot all three eyes at you. Still in this, but it still sort of hits Flint. Now, technically, it's not necessarily allowed to do this, but I'm going to make it so it does do this because you brought this upon yourself. He looks at you and says, "You don't have magic anymore, do you?" And is going to... We're going to see what all three of these do.
Nope.
That one does not.
Oh my god.
There's the charm.
There's the charm.
He's still putting the third ray towards you, though.
That's fine. Petrify me so I can't be charmed. Oh, what?
Did you need to say that? Okay.
Was that 4 rays?
No, those 3. You shrug off the petrification, but he sort of laughs at you and says, "This isn't what you wanted, was it? When you wanted to be affected by me. Now you serve Merodach."
Don't bards have an anti-charm or something that never comes up?
Correct.
I do,
it takes an action.
I do, and I'm also in the magical cone, so I wouldn't be able to do it anyway.
Yeah, well, that's not a spell. You would arguably be able to do it, but you cannot in this instance.
It's called counter charm.
Skyfall is winked out of existence. Oh my god, the sound effects.
Yeah, that's good.
And the other light devourer comes towards Moondrop in an attempt to do this. In an attempt to do the same thing. fails that, but still gets the radiant discharge. And is still up, but barely. They sort of look at you. Do you... I'm giving... maybe I'll give Mouse the choice, because you don't know these characters well enough, but Skyfall... or sorry, Moondrop can take an attack of opportunity and maybe die in order to try to get a shot off. What do you think should happen? Or disengage and stay alive?
Looking at the field, I think disengage and stay alive. I don't think one attack's gonna down him.
Okay. She continues to... She's going to try to maintain the attention of both of them and charges the Light Devourer who had taken down Skyfall. Sundance, I think he managed to save out of everything. Oh, she didn't even have all that movement. All right, fine. Sundance managed to save out of everything and is going to, I think that's 60. Not enough movement to be able to flank this turn, but is going to try to just get a swing. I rolled the wrong thing, so I'm not going to count this. I'm supposed to use the longsword. And unfortunately, still manages to miss. Plax, you are no longer paralyzed, but I believe, or did you fail both?
Yeah, I failed both.
Okay, sorry. You can still take your efforts to get out of the fear this turn if you'd like, though.
Yeah, so I'm trying to see the full thing on the item, Circuitry Pendant, and I don't know how to view everything, so I'm going to need you to guide me here.
Yeah, I think if you just click on it like you're using a potion, it'll put it in chat.
No, because I'm incapacitated.
Oh, okay.
It won't let me post.
Just roll a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Okay, wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Assuming you're trying to get out of it at all costs.
Anything I can do, and I don't. It did not give me the option. Okay, just gonna roll another one. Please, something good. All right, maybe.
That's exactly what you needed to get out of it.
All right. Okay,
You're
so
no longer
I'm
feared. At the end of your turn, we will resolve your incapacitation,
okay.
which should be automatic.
Do I need to take D6 damage?
Yes, which I will do.
Thank you. Okay, so that's that. I'm not feared, but I'm still paralyzed, and
You are not paralyzed anymore. You managed to save out of it.
And that was at the end of the turn, though, right?
Yes. So your turn's over, but you are now in the clear.
Okay. I can actually
2 more damage.
That's fine. I'll take 2 damage all day long if I can do something.
Aesop.
Wait. I'm charmed.
You are charmed. You, I would say, would have the wherewithal. I mean, you are serving the interests of this creature. I'm not going to make you.
Did I get skipped? What just happened?
Yes,
Yeah,
sorry.
yes.
Correct. Let's go back to you.
Not that I think I'm going to be able to do a whole lot. I don't know. I'm a little confused by the rolls as to what happened. I think it attempted to roll things for me.
Yes, it rolled.
I think it did things in a funny order because I think I tried to roll petrification and then fear. But I would potentially take that petrification roll because I can add 5 to it.
Yeah, let's keep the rolls for the purposes of. So you're still feared, but no, because I don't want to take you out of that. You're sort of afraid, but you're able to use your flash of genius at the end of this turn to.
Yeah. So
You're
during
still restrained,
the turn,
though.
I'm restrained. Questions. If the Eldritch Cannon was outside of this magic cone, Could I still activate it if I'm inside the cone?
I think so.
Okay.
Because you're commanding it, but not through like you're. I think it's like a verbal or a point sort of mechanic.
And then how far can I throw my Eldritch Cannon? Because it can't move while it's on its own in the cone. So I've got to try and throw it outside of the cone, I think. It's about the only action I can take.
I will say, without looking up rules for this, you have a strength of 8.
I do. Oh, we're like floating and
Yes.
stuff.
I'm going to say it's a DC 15 athletics check to throw it 30 feet through space.
I don't think there's anything else I can do.
You got this. You got this. Just trust the die. You got this.
I don't think there's anything else. All right. You said athletics?
Rolling that 20. It's a fine.
I don't know why it was a disadvantage. But
I don't either. Oh, because
wouldn't
you're
have been
restrained. But
Oh, either way, you
but-
weren't making
so
it.
It's floating in space. If for some reason it will arrive at its destination next turn.
Okay. But I'm calling that my action, and I don't really have much of a bonus action. And I'm gonna burn Flash of Genius to channel some power from my rocket boots or something, and try to fight off this petrification, whatever that may be. And I'll use a Flash of Genius towards that roll.
Alrighty. You are not going to become petrified, but I think that's all you can do this turn.
Yeah, I think so.
That's fine. Ignore that. Aesop, not going to force you to do anything terribly punishing, but I think you would be on the offensive in this case.
Got it. Good thing I don't have my major offensive spells.
Yeah. I think if you took a swing with your sword at Sundance or Clax, I think that would be sufficient for following his orders. Unless you want to do something else.
Yeah, I have my sword out, so I'm gonna... Ooh, that's not how you move. I'm gonna go... Nope. Let's try that again. Hey, Sundance. Yeah! I'm gonna try to attack it with my long sword. That's not hit at all.
Yep, not a hit at all. Which is probably for the best.
Bonus action. Let's see. That only happens.
This is
I do not have an offensive bonus action, and my bonus action features.
Yeah.
One has to happen after a dash, and the other has to happen after I successfully hit something.
Yep, I think you're good. Unless
Great.
okay. I'm sorry that the last few hit points of this guy is being a little bit of a drag. But
So I save from being feared.
yes.
Do I save from being jarred?
I don't know if the charm is if he harms you. I think that's the only way
Lovely.
it breaks. Yeah, you are charmed for 1 hour.
Oh, hot. All right.
So it is his turn again. He's going to try to get away from Sundance. He's going to take a swing. Actually hits for not inconsiderable damage given the circumstances. He is going to float 20 feet away. He is still attempting to harm you, Aesop, so you may break out of this charm because it is not a situation that he likes you. He just is happy to attack you. It's going to be one. I think Sundance just hit him, so he's going to take one. Flint hit him recently with Fireball, so you will take one as well. You continue to be charmed, even though you saved out of that. Sundance is paralyzed once again.
Oh, jeez.
And Flint, you suffer 45 necrotic damage from a death ray. I think in this instance, go ahead and roll me an Arcana check, Flint.
Okay.
As I just sort of roll in advance for these other guys.
I don't know why that was a disadvantage.
Okay, I have nothing to share with you with that Arcana check. I'm just sort of resolving some attacks down here at the bottom. I think Moondrop is just kind of done for. Yeah, Moondrop cannot survive. The second one of the light devourers does take her down as the second one starts to fly towards your party, but does not get a turn of attacks right now. Sundance is paralyzed. Clax, you are of your own power in this moment.
All right.
I think Flint, are you still concentrating, or was that broken some time ago?
Oh, well, you know what? I certainly need to roll a concentration check after taking 45 damage. That's...
I will say, if you lose concentration in this moment, Clax is in the anti-magic, and I think would not be affected by the spell.
That's great if that's true. What am I trying?
It must have rolled for you automatically at some point, because you should not have lost concentration unless you... I don't know when.
I don't have haste on my things. Let me...
I don't know when I would have lost it, but it's almost impossible for me to keep it from this hit.
We're just going to say it's gone. Haste is gone, but Clax, you are wholly yourself in this moment.
Okay. All right. So if I'm holding myself in this moment, is the movement 30 or 60 in the anti-magic cone?
60.
I am charging straight in this bastard.
It will remind you of things like fainting attack that you would choose to use before you swing.
Yep. I'm gonna pretty much
surge.
Say again.
You ever use that action surge ability?
Oh, I used it last session.
Okay.
When we were fighting. Oh, trust me, I really want to use it. Okay. So, yes, we have how many? And here's the thing: with this layout, how many points do I actually have left? Ugh.
You
Sorry.
have not used one in a while. It says you still have 2 left.
Okay, I have 2 left. Okay.
So you could use it twice, but well, no, you can only use it once because it's a bonus action. But
all right. Yep. So let's go ahead and I can't keep track of where these. Too many things. All right. So feigning attack, and my bonus action. All right. So I will use this to gain advantage of my next roll and add this in. Right.
Correct. If you click it first, it should be automatic.
Yep. Okay. So now, I'm going to attack. Target them. Okay. Advantage. Oh, that was almost a 20. Don't need the precision attack. I'm going to save that for this one. So 24 to hit. Should be 21 damage. Woo! Big damage. Big damage. Big damage.
He is at 2 hit points.
All right. Next one. I will burn my last superiority die if I have to.
Yes. Yeah.
15 to hit. Should be all right. 15. So 24 to hit. Should be good to go. I'm going to not use precision attack. And just don't roll garbage. I rolled 14 damage.
As you approach, he is laughing at you. He doesn't think you significant at all, even though you're the one person who doesn't have access to incredible magic. But how do you bring him down?
So literally, I just view it as as like one of the stalks comes down, I swing up on the first attack, take a stalk off, and then while he's still kind of like, I don't feel pain, I'm big and bad, that axe comes right down in the middle of his eyeball. Like that big eyeball, it is just gore going everywhere. He is done.
And as you do so, he is sort of floating up 40 feet in the air at this point, but something about the nature of this combat, you feel as he is sort of not quite cloven in two, but his eye is completely shattered, and he starts to drift off behind the giant manta ray, having lost all the momentum that this space gave him. You halt him with that final blow as what is left of this body fades off into the distance.
Is Sundance able to shoot him with some radiant damage before he gets too far?
He certainly can. We can expedite that a little. I mean, let's just roll this because he does have. Oh, he can't. It's not even letting him attack because he's incapacitated. Sundance without issue can chase after. Yeah, let's not worry about it.
Fair.
Sundance chases, shoots a few bolts down to finish it off, and as his body sort of flies in the distance, you start to see that radiant energy sort of burns him into starlight embers. The two light devourers take this moment, and you see, in reaction to his death, they turn and fly off in different directions. And the combat is over.
So, for Clax, because Clax never really was kind of faced that way, has Clax realized that Mouse is out of combat?
I think you sort of taking the moment to assess any additional threats is where you see Mouse sort of like a stone statue of what was Mouse seems to be sitting on the top of this manta ray.
Head directly on over.
Yeah. Not that I think there's much we can do at the moment.
Once I'm there, just literally going through whatever's in my pack. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. Hey, this brandy. Can we use this brandy? Does this brandy work? Can I just dump the brandy on there? And already starting to uncork a brandy to pour it.
I think Flint is like trying to just like get Clax's attention. Be like, I don't think there's anything any of us can do right now. I think we're gonna have to find somebody else.
But where do we find somebody in whatever plane we're in?
I mean, I don't even know if she'll still be stoned when we teleport back. She might be fine. And maybe Sundance or Olive or somebody can help. But
you don't necessarily know about Olive, but
oh, fair enough.
At least not of her full presence. But I will say that Sundance says, I am grateful for your help. Yes, let's get her to safety. He sort of looks a little winded himself. He didn't take that many hits, but all this paralysis that has been just sort of assaulting him from every direction. He says, she's still in there, so this should work. And you start to see him begin an incantation for another teleportation. As you all shift into a different space entirely, you do see a sort of like being, like you are teleported in the sense that the manta ray completely disappears, and you are once again in empty space. And as you appear in this space, you see a glowing, radiant figure. that apparates as you appear here. And as Sundance sort of approaches her, you guys are just sort of like, are you just sort of surrounding Mouse in this moment?
Yeah.
Probably.
Sundance taps this radiant shape on the shoulder and points towards Mouse. And we'll end the session there because we'll see what Olive can do about all this.
Ooh, good fight.
Well done.
It was a little bit of a slog. I sometimes underestimate beholders, and I don't know why I do that.
I mean, we got lucky on the rolls in certain regards that there wasn't more of those like death rays and
Death
whatnot.
rays.
'Cause-
Yeah.
But
or the execution rays earlier in the fight, even really.
let's just say it's a good thing you didn't fight that beholder a long time ago. with less backup and lower levels.
I don't know how much our backup helped. It's a little bad.
They did a little bit, but you're right. They mostly kept the other things off of you.
That's true. That's true.
All right, well, that's the game.
Kevin,
It's
as
nice seeing
always,
everyone.